Do you know if the trope has a name where characters stop being a part of the discussion and you plus characters in the story don't even notice? Examples. It's a spoiler. What's the spoiler too? I don't know if it has a name, but it just sounds like misdirection to me, or trying to have character and audience alignment in the sense that you're meant to be so invested in the character's perspective and point of view that you, along with them, don't realize that someone is ejected themselves from the conversation or gone somewhere else. It's very common. I would say it's less common in writing than it is in things that have a visual component to them, like movies or TV shows and VNs as well. Yeah, where there is like some instruction that you can do for that. This is a question that's on a stream discussion, by the way, in Jets. Did the message about me having breakfast get unpinned automatically, or did someone do it for me? I don't see it on my screen right now. This time around, okay. Maybe play crosscode. Crosscode's a big investment. I don't want to play crosscode for one hand stream. The advantage of Vampire Crawlers is that we're not going to play it again after today. Did you watch Resident Evil trailer? I did, yeah, it looks pretty good. This is a nitpick, and it has nothing to do with the trailer itself, but it has something to do with the description under the trailer. It was like, I don't know the director's name. I think it's from some comedy group that was on YouTube, right? Whitest Kids You Know, something like that? I can't remember. And it was, like, the description under the video was like, from the mind of the guy's name. I'm like, fuck off. I don't like that sort of thing. His last movie did really well. Weapons and Barbarians, right? I haven't seen them. Maybe try out Industria 2 or Industria 1. Industria 2, I saw the trailer of that recently. That looked interesting. Yeah, looked fun. What did you get for food? I just put a Costco pizza in the oven and I had that. I'm self-conscious about saying I'm eating pizza on stream because someone said I eat pizza too much when I wasn't. So this is the first time I've had pizza in about 2 weeks, I think. Maybe even 3 weeks. I can't remember the last time I had pizza. You'd really like Weapons because it's a comedy horror movie. It's very funny. Isn't it about a bunch of kids that go missing? What do you mean it's funny? It's a comedy? When all but one child from the same classroom mysteriously vanished on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. A comedy? Is Josh Brolin in it? Oh, it's Julia Garner in it from Ozark. I like her. She's good. What film is this? Weapons. Came out last year. Weapons feels like a movie that came out many years ago, not last year. Oh, Benedict Wong is in it too. Justin Long. June Diane Raphael. Is that from Better Call Saul? Or just looks like her in this picture right here? No, just looks similar. Okay. Sinners is another comic. Maybe I'm thinking of Sinners. Weapons and Sinners. No, Sinners was also 2025. I haven't seen Sinners either. I don't watch a lot of movies, chat. I wish I did. I wish I watched more movies. I used to watch a lot of movies. I don't anymore. He gets me. Who's going? Crying? Why are you crying? What's the matter? I fed you. You got your pills. In fact, I think I might have fed you twice because I couldn't remember if I fed you the first time or not. So I fed you twice. And then you went out. What's the problem? That doggy, he is a bit of a fatsby, yeah. Would you ever consider going back to play Disco Elysium again when the final cut update added near full voice acting? Nah, I'm good. I might play it on my own, but I'm not going to stream it. You janks to the bunker time? What if you sail the seas for it, though? What do you mean? Don't I have it? Wasn't it a free update? It's not about buying it. Chat would be backseating his literacy. My weeb, we've already streamed it. I read it all out loud. And yeah, they probably would, yeah. When we streamed Disco Elysium, it hadn't gained its crazy fan base yet, so yeah, it wouldn't be great. You're making all the wrong decisions, that sort of thing. And I wouldn't want to stream that with chat down because I've already streamed it, so it would be boring to stream a game I've already streamed without the chat component. Yeah. Oh, we're at 30 fan arts. I thought there was only 22. I guess we had some last minute additions. Thank you for putting it together, Balder. If you'd like your fan art to be here, artists, once your fan art here, art can be submitted in the JADS. Share your stuff you made channel by sending it, right-clicking on your message and selecting apps, submit, stream fan art. And you can go to the website, just type in JanArt into Google if you want. It's probably a link on Discord as well, and you can get your fan art here. You can follow the directions if you want. If you want to know what JADS is, I don't know if there's a command in chat still with !JADS or !Discord. Someone already did it. Okay, there you go. Or Nightbot did it. What is JADS? I should set up the stream deck and put that song on the stream deck. It's AI though. Are we okay with having the AI song? Didn't you stream it for Final Cut version? That's the one I played, Unchanged. I didn't even know there was going to be an updated version. Yeah, so if you play Disco Elysium after the Final Cut, basically I think all of it is voice acted, whereas when we streamed it, almost none of it was voice acted. I think maybe the first conversations that you have with people were voice acted, and some of the dream sequences and the lizard brain stuff was voice acted, and the rest was not. So Disco Elysium streams were amazing. Disco Elysium is one of the best games ever made. It's definitely the best written game ever made. It is up there with the likes of 1000 X Resist and Pentiment. New Vegas, I think it's better than all of them by a decent margin, actually. I would say that Pentiment is probably the second best written game that we've streamed for sure. But I think Disco Elysium is still like at least one notch above it. Disco Elysium is like, Pentiment is great, don't get me wrong, but like Disco Elysium is on another level to me. Or maybe I just like the setting more in Disco Elysium, I'm not sure. Umineko's not a game, but even then, Umineko, if I was to put it in the same category, Umineko would still be below Disco Elysium and probably Pentiment as well. Umineko might be my personal favorite out of those three, but when I'm looking at like a lot of the flaws that are in Umineko when it comes to writing, the pacing is just, it's really, really hard to ignore the pacing problems in Umineko. It is a very, very big problem. And also Umineko has a really ballsy move that I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. I really need to reply to Lurf and say instead a date for going on the podcast, because we could probably talk about this on the podcast without going spoilers free. Like Umineko has a moment of realization that kind of creeps up on you in episode 6 or so, and if you don't fuck with that realization, I could see Umineko becoming like a 0 out of 10. This was a complete waste of time. Now, for me, and I'm surprised I was capable of doing this, by the way. So for me, I fucked with it. So I was like, okay, I get it, but and I like it, but it took me work to get there, right? And if you don't, which I completely understand, I 100% understand someone who's going to be like, what the fuck are we even doing anymore? Then yeah, Umineko is a fucking 250 hour waste of time. And that's separate from the pacing issues. Those are the two big problems in Umineko, I think. Which revelation are you referring to? I guess everyone who's here is already seen it, or what? I'll say it vaguely as possible, okay? All right. The realization of Umineko that you might not fuck with is that the murder mysteries don't matter. And there's a lot of framing around that that is a very simplified way of saying it, right? If you do not fuck with that realization, and a bunch of stuff that goes with it, then man oh man, Umineko is a waste of time. I suppose you played Danganronpa, dropped Steins;Gate, played Zero Escape, and then Umineko that you enjoyed. So exactly, yeah. That was not vague at all, King. It was, if you know the rest of it, I think. I played Expedition 33 and stopped playing at some point. 2 questions about it. 1, what did you think of the combat in the game? It's supposedly very action-based, but at the same time, it seems from my perspective to depend heavily on the situation and the opponent. 2, did you actually understand the story? I've watched several YouTube videos about it, but it seems so far-fetched that you don't really grasp the story straight away. Expedition 33 story was pretty straightforward to me, so maybe I didn't understand it? I don't know. I don't... Is this another Inception moment again, where after Inception you have to talk to a bunch of people who are like, wow, that story was so hard to follow? I was like, what are you talking about? That was very, very reasonable sequence of events. Like it's doing with like a mindfuck kind of like concept, but in terms of like what happened in the movie, like it's pretty fucking straightforward. Like, you know, so is it kind of like that with Expedition 33, with which is that it's like it's playing with some things that like are maybe hard to grasp your mind around on a conceptual level, but like in terms of the story that's going on, it's pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah. So maybe I didn't understand it. Maybe it's part of it that I didn't. I thought the comment Expedition 33 was excellent. If Expedition 33 was 10 hours longer, I would be saying something different. I feel like Expedition 33 was probably perfectly paced or close to perfectly paced for how much time I want to spend with that combat system. However, my criticism of the story is that I think there's less. There should be more story in the back half. So I would guess I want the game to be longer, but I don't want more combat. So I just want more story sequences. So I think that's what I want. Yeah, but I didn't really feel like it depended much on what the enemies you're going up against. There were some puzzle fights next to Edition 33 with multiple solutions. There was like a boss fight that we solved on stream that was instead of like if you got to max energy, the boss would suck up all your energy and then explode and doing massive damage to itself and you. And it seemed like you were supposed to play around the idea of not getting the max energy and to make sure that you were playing with that limitation. But alternatively, you could purposefully cap out your energy more and then just parry the explosion and then kill the boss. So there was stuff like that, which was like a puzzle sort of solution where you have to like think about what you were doing instead of building your guys around it. You could do that too. And I like that. So yeah, there were some fights that were dependent on that, but yeah. Parry it! Did you play the new areas at the updates? I haven't, no. I think you could not fuck with that realization. I didn't, but still really enjoyed Even After despite that. I know what you mean though. Fair point, and I figure a lot of people would feel like that. Yeah, it's true. There's going to be different reactions to everything that comes in. Yeah, it's true. I just think that's a really big deal. It's very hard to tank that. Kiss the merchant. You can kiss the merchant now. Fight the merchant. Thank you to Oni Adapt for the 12 months while the stream is down to 1 year. With the message, hey Tom, as an author yourself, how do you feel about self-inserts to any media? I usually hate them. As a long-time anime watcher, some anime are DOA, dead on arrival to me, when the main character is a generic guy with one personality trait who has a super popular girl fall in love with him because he's different. They are always so boring because the relationships feel so one-sided. It's like the author Kun didn't even try to make a black-haired guy with one personality trait have any depth. Specifically, fuck you, dress up darling, save the mouse. Okay, we can save the mouse. Dress up darling? I don't think I've heard of dress up darling. In general, I hate it when it feels like the main character is a self-insert. Yeah, I don't really like that. Even my favorite living author is John Irving, and even with him being my favorite, he has a tendency to make a lot of his characters like into stuff that he's into, like they're writers, they're wrestlers, they see bears, stuff like that. Even then, with my favorite writer, it irritates me. John Irving does enough differentiation between them all. They all come from different places and stuff like that, but like how it just always leans into the areas that he has done himself in his life. And I find it kind of annoying sometimes. Yeah. I don't know why though. I don't know why it annoys me. Write what you know? I hate Write What You Know. Write What You Know is up there with Show Don't Tell as writing advice that people just spit out, and it sounds good and it's right most of the time, but it's way more complicated than that. And then some people just take it as gospel, as this like hard written rule in the stone, when it's not that at all. Yeah. Isn't half of writing just doing research? You do a lot of research while writing. It's fun, actually. I remember having to write a scene where a character is learning how to play violin, and I have to do a bunch of research on what it's like to learn to play violin, and it was a challenge to myself to see if I could do it, because I don't know how to play violin. I've never learned how to play the violin. Like, could I like get enough of that and find details about it? And that was like, I don't know, a couple afternoons spent doing research for that, for a scene that was, I think, only maybe 3 paragraphs. So yeah, it's fun because you get to like dive into interests and then just delete all the information afterwards. Back when they weren't astroturfed and very corporate, Reddit Ask Me Anythings were really good for that, for getting some insider knowledge about really mundane jobs, because it wasn't about celebrities. It was about, you know, I'm a trash collector, ask me anything, and you'd have a lot of questions that people would ask about like the little nitty gritty details about things, about jobs, and you would learn about like things you wouldn't think about. It was really interesting, really good resource. Anyway, let's start slipping in thank yous to people while we are going through the fan art, because we're already 20 minutes into this and we're still on the first one. What about self-inserts but in a negative sense? I disco these zooms for taking drinking problems when the writer talks about having alcoholism issues, etc. That's fine. Positive traits like that are fine too. It's just when it's really obvious that, like, I'm fine with when work is an exercise of the writer trying to process something that's going on in their life. You could argue that some of the best art is going to always have an element of that. That's fine. It's just basically when they're basically writing fan fiction about their own life and they've just dropped someone in there. That's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I find it annoying though. I think I might sneeze. No, it's going away. Fucking blue nose. All right, thank you, Ash Ashir. Thank you for this mental image, Joe. You're welcome. What is it? It is the Ace Attorney. Oh, when I said that they're just gonna camp out here after the The trial is done. Fuck it. Mickey Marshmallows in the fucking courtroom, and we have so many chalices. What is his chalice budget? Is he reforging them at the campfire? Do you think the judge just has like a little like apartment that his chair lowers into underneath, and then he's down here right now? I'm gonna have a shower. Here we go. You know, that sort of thing. What's that smell? Thank you, Aisha. Here. The undercourt. The undercourt. Court. Go Gorkon. It's Pathologic. Okay, Pathologic. By Mitlu. To celebrate Pathologic 2 starting this week, this week. Oh wow, we are behind. This week, have a postcard from the town's smartest resident. I like postcards. Greetings from town on Gorkon. Better than Moncton. Yeah, true. Home of the Polyhedron, the Bull Project, and Child Gang Wars. That is true. That is true. The town was nice before it all went to shit. Still can't get over the Judge Nest joke you made in Ace Attorney 3. I don't remember that one, sorry. The Judge Nest? Pathologic 2's visual upgrade from Pathologic 1 is so good. The town feels so much more alive. It's not just about how it looks, it's how the NPCs interact with it and move around too. It is such a big upgrade. It feels like streets that you're going through and that are actually lived in, instead of just, you know, houses placed on a plane with some stairs around, you know? Have you heard of the Horsey game? Would make a fantastic one. Trust you. I have not heard of the Horsey game, sorry. Was that related to frog fractions or anything like that? Making me think of that for some reason. Don't do it, it's NL Slop. Oh shit. We're playing NL Slop today though. Thank you, Master Elia, for the 22 months. Hey Joe, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 hopefully coming out soonish. Is that this year? And it'll almost certainly get nominated for Game of the Year. Are you ready for like a month of just Final Fantasy VII streams? Lol. Oh shit, is it gonna get nominated? Because yeah, if we're gonna play that, maybe that's one we can pass over. I'm not sure, because I don't think we have time to play that. I would also like to play the original before I play the remake, because I haven't played the original since I was 14. So I would like to revisit that. Have you heard of Seance of Blake Banner? Yes, that looks interesting. Yeah, that's in the Root Trees Are Dead sort of area to me. Thank you to Chichari MMA for the 8 months with 6, 7, and 8 months of pure cinema and great streams. Thank you for being one of my sources of happiness in my daily life. Please say hello to all your kids, including Gatsby-kun. Gatsby, darling. Gatsby. Oh, he was laying down. Oh, and you have to get up. Chichari MMA says hello. He doesn't care. All right. Well, I tried. Thank you, the right double jumper. And thank you, Frontside. Sorry, Mitlu for this. Oh, this is the second one. Frontside, backside. To all relevant authorities, I am Dr. Daniel. Oh, that's why it's from the smartest resident. Okay, I'm Daniel Deskonowski, Bachelor of Medicine, head researcher of Thanatica, and foremost expert of thanatology. Humbly request the following to aid me with creating a vaccine of the plague. Some form of weapon capable of mass destruction, cannon perhaps, 100 needles so as to scam kids, a book of Latin phrases to allow me to impress my boyfriend. Artemi wants as many herbs and organs a train could carry. Please get these to me as soon as possible. Dr. D. Dankovsky. The triple D. Powers that be, Leon Central District, the capital. Oh, nice signature. Oh, this is cool. Nice handwriting. Thank you, Mitlu. Postage. Is drugs by Epic, also Pathologic. Whenever Joe finds another, he's literally a character. You just know the streams are going to be good, but he's so awful. Meet the Noticer Battler, Joseph Anderson. What's the Noticer from? The Bachelor. Full of free will. It's weird because this Simon, funny that they give me all this reputation yet they fail to tell me the truth. One eyebrow always arched to notice things better, knows a lot of information, all lies, reputation always full from working for the bourgeois. I'm not stubborn, I'm right. True. There's a decoy on his choker, and we have Joms hiding on the corner. Is that Scary Chan here somewhere in the background? Physically incapable of accepting magic. This polyhedron. Strange how the size of their hearts corresponds with the size of their mansions. It's an amazing line. Complains about being lied to while searching for a new kid to scam. Quick, snarky replies to act even smarter next time. Where's Latin? No, I should learn how to speak Latin to complete the insufferable arc. I think I just Pokemon Evolve if I learned Latin. Sitting in Latin class, I put up my hand, final lesson, something finally clicks like speak Latin, and then in the background you see Bachelor fucking coat just growing over me like a fucking Sailor Moon transformation. Yeah. Second Evo, first is coming out. You do evolve when you become a dad. Yep. Thank you, Epic. By Mitlu again. He's so insufferable, so true. Vorak, ahem, didn't you know your dad died? Lol, Ruben, you owe me. Alas, do you even own an air fryer? I was blessed with high intelligence. Medicum more so, I did her bury. My dad's dead. My dad's dead. Oh shit. Poor Artemi. Why does Artemi look like I can't remember his name from Scooby-Doo? Fred. Why does Artemi look like Fred? Anyone else see it? Is it just the color of his collar? Looks like Duke Nukem. Balls of steel. Bachelor. He's so cringe in Pathologic 2. In Pathologic 1, he was okay most of the time. Sometimes he was even good. And I like the interplay between him and Haru on Haru's run. But in Pathologic 2, it is very different. I wonder how that's justified. Because Patho 1 is canon, right? So is it just, maybe you're supposed to look the other way and just say this is updated versions of the characters. But maybe they've been doing this for so long now that he's just getting sick of their shit. Thank you, Henry Wyatt. While Joe is playing, this looks familiar to me. What is this from? Scott Pilgrim, something like that? Why does this look familiar to me? While Joe was playing with Clara's roots in Pathologic and Reputation was falling, I couldn't help but think of the song Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. Except you do give a damn. How could you not? The food sells at the shops. Also a small nod to Scott Pilgrim versus... It is Scott Pilgrim, nice. I give a damn about my bad reputation. She does care. She does care. Clara is the epitome of saying that she doesn't care when she does care. It's fucked up they advertised that movie with the slogan, an epic of epicness. It was a different time, okay? It was a different time, all right? Millennials thought they were inheriting the world. They were the strongest they ever have been and ever will, okay? Millennials were like, this is it, our movie. And then it just all went to shit after that, okay? And then we backed off and we stayed in our lane, all right? It's up to the Zoomers now. I actually think that movie was pretty good. I liked it. Where did True Mom come from? Pathologic. There was a theater scene day 4, day 5, where I think Haru is saying, isn't it? Someone is saying it. True mom. It sticks out because it sounds like they made a mistake in recording and then just left it in. Scott Pilgrim anime is legit great, by the way. Is it? It was a comic first, wasn't it? Do you like the movie because it's based in Canada? I do. It's based in Toronto. Yep. I like it when things are set in a place I've been. Thank you, Momok, for the 14 months. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ryu IGDH for the bits. Annoying full-time VOD watcher here, part-time stream watcher to sprint in and save vampire crawlers is not as strategic as Slay the Spire, but the satisfaction of getting crazy combos is very enjoyable. Do be prepared for the genuinely most boring first run possible, though. It really is not fun until you unlock stuff. Really? How long is the first run going to take? Cap said something similar, didn't they? Huh. Thank you, Mo, for the bits. Sorry, I forgot to include the bribe. What's the bribe for? I don't see a message. What am I being bribed to do? Because I'll probably do it. Thinking you're what? Noli Resto. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Little comment about the Liza P video watch along. Thanks to Joe's streams, I ended up buying and playing the game, and from there I have played both Elden Ring and Sekiro. That was your intro, Liza P? Really? Both of which are some of my favorite games, so thanks Joe for the streams and not for uploading them. Yes, what you said about the DLC being evidence that it wasn't a fluke and the devs knew what they were doing and could do it again, do you think it also applies to Pathologic 2 and the homoerotic tension between Bachelor and Haru? I actually feel like there's less homoerotic tension between Bachelor and Haru in 2 compared to 1, but maybe we need to see some more interactions. Chainsaw Man spoilers for the next image. Okay, Chainsaw Man spoilers for the next one, not this one. Hee, get it? Shocked? Left me shocked. Yeah, get it? Strong idea? A strong idea. On May 9th, in 2012, XKCD released its 1053rd comic named 10,000, despite the fact that it wasn't 10,000th strip. However, the title makes sense when you look at the contents of the comic, where the author explains that around 10,000 people every day learn a fact that is considered common knowledge, calling them lucky 10,000. This is a reference to that. Very lucky few. Yeah, that's true. In my defense, it is a fairly famous comic. XKCD is so old. XKCD is something I was reading for years before even Reddit was the thing. even though like XKCD is like Reddit core comic now. I think we're talking like vanilla WoW levels. So old. I feel like I want to go get some water. How's my idle game doing? We're on Grumpy Toadstools. Interesting. Interesting. 91 victories. Okay, it's going well. Does anyone know what game I'm playing? From what little I've said. Rejected draft. Someone got it. Yeah, nice. Someone got it. Rejected draft. I don't have a namespace all on right now. Let me go get some water. Be right back. Tried to reject the draft. Didn't go anywhere, so I quit pretty meh. Yeah, it's alright. It's definitely not a mainline idle game. It's more of a background idle game that you play while you're playing some other idle game. This game looks like playing in Excel. I know, isn't it great? Anyway, the next image has Chainsaw Man spoilers, I think, maybe. I don't know how much. We'll see. The fuck? Alright. Joms dies in Chainsaw Man, apparently. CSM manga spoilers. Where's the video, bitch? Chainsaw Man parody, because I want to imagine Joms as Pochita Jomsif. Alright. Thank you, Chichari MMA. Jomsif, Joseph Anderson. Joseph Joms! Keep on dreaming. Damn. This Joe is very upset about Joms being eaten by a street shark? Peak, I'm afraid. Is the manga always better than the anime? It's Too Fit, by the way, Joe. What, Too Fit is eating Joms? Most of the time? 90% of the time. Okay. Chainsaw Man, huh? Oh, it's because you're a man and you have a chainsaw. Oh. Frierian manga is kind of mid. The anime improved it. Is that about the elf girl that lives forever and everyone dies except for her? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Laddieware, for the resub. 34 months, 60 months. Sorry, you can knock out 1,000 Year Door in a single stream, right? Apparently, it's 40 hours long. So now I'm worried about playing that because it's going to be yet another reading game. I think we need to plan around the reading games now. I think there needs to be a decent break between all the reading games, or else I'm going to die. I don't know how we're going to do that. I want to know how you pronounce it, by the way. Frierian? So it's F-I-R is the fry, and then just an E by itself, and then the Ren. Frierian. It's probably not right, but you know. How does she say it in the anime? It's Free Ren? I think it should be Fry Ren, if anything. It's German, Joe? So it should be Fry Ren then. My headcanon 2-Fit eats Joms because she wants to be a mascot of Jad so bad she ate Joms. Thank you, Joe. Looking at my fan art. Gigantic 2-Fit ate Joms. Okay. In German, you pronounce the second letter of E, E-I, or I-E pair. Except. Thank you, Zuggerwow, for the 16 months. 16 is a nice number, very even, very demure. I like it too, yeah. Anyway, I've been reading Umineko with my sister, reread for me, first time for her, and now we finished episode 5. She's expressed the desire to reread all of the questions arc following certain reveals to solve it herself. I am filled with trepidation that's very related to what we were just talking about. Shit. Let her do it. That seems like a good way to have a more enjoyable extension time with the story. Yeah, sure. Anyway, Chichari May, thank you very much. Spoilers are off the screen. Nilly Resto, with Fanart of that one time where the game personally made fun of Joe for being old. Got reminded of this by the quiz from Pragmata. Sorry about the blackout. It must be the electrical panel. It's 4 years old, so it trips all the time. This is from Requiem, right? It started making these funny animal noises a few years ago, and we really should have taken it as a sign to throw it out and move on to better things. Artist note, 40 head. Fuck you, game. Fucking crossed arms. Fucking so mad. That's great. Are all RE engine games going to make me put my age in before we play it now, or what? Got that to look forward to. Thank you, Esper Senior, for the 19 months. I've been cracking the Cryptics Blueprints playthrough, and I gotta say, we missed a beat making that a weekly feature. I know you said you felt like you had hit a wall, so to speak, but seeing them play, the game does give a lot of help. Maybe after Pathologic games, also Joms. I mean, I've forgotten more about Blueprints than I have retained, so I guess we could go back to it and do a weekly feature, but I think that might be a little dull. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly how far I got. I think I was starting to make progress in the tunnel underneath the house, and there was just so much like finicky fucking like faffing around setup with getting certain things that you need. I was just like, fuck it, I don't want to do it anymore. I can tell you the exact point that I think the game got too smart for me is when you get the book The New Clue. Once that showed up, I was like, all right, fuck you. this is good. I also disliked that I felt like I was getting punished in a way for the parlor puzzle getting increasingly more difficult, and also the darts puzzle, I think, is that the one? Like those two were getting increasingly more difficult as time went on. So instead of it just being like a routine thing that you can just go through, instead now if you want that bonus, you need to commit to doing a harder logic puzzle that's going to slow you down even more when I just want to get to the next thing. So that was kind of irritating. I think Blueprints is a fantastic game, by the way. Still, like it's really good. Very unique experience. I just don't know how to properly gauge a game like that. It'd be an interesting video topic, actually. Like how do you gauge a game that is fantastic for the first, I don't know, 25 hours, but if you want to see the end of it, you have to commit to like 75 hours of like probably bullshit, and you might need to use a guide, right? I don't know how to gauge that. But the first like 25 hours of Blueprints were fantastic. Yeah, like 10 out of 10. Like it was just such a cool experience. But Joey already made a video on Darkest Dungeon. This is the game. The good parts of Blueprints are way better than the good parts of Darkest Dungeon. Yeah. The Witness, because I'm dumb. The Witness is a lot easier than Blueprints. Yeah. Thank you, Pepsi Addict, for the tier 3 and 44 months. Here's my pitch for a short game that you could beat in one stream. Imagine a game where you drove a limousine that couldn't stop spinning and has a fun and silly story that's told via FMV cutscenes. Is this some sort of Katamari Damacy? What is this? What is the limousine that couldn't stop spinning story? It's called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. New Clue's kind of bullshit. It is kind of bullshit, yeah. Roundabout? That's fair. That's exactly why I like Blueprints. I want something with an extremely hard puzzle and you spend hours thinking about the solve. Yeah, and I love that for you, but for me, the game starts getting in the way. Like, because I kind of like hard puzzles too. Like, I've spent hours and hours of my life doing very like 5 out of 5 stars on Cracking the Cryptic's Logic Master's website that they reference all the time, alternative Sudoku puzzles. Like, so I know the feeling. Like I've tunneled for like sometimes I've had one going in the background of my life for days. Like I love really hard puzzles like that. And I would probably enjoy a lot of them in Blueprints too, but sometimes it's really hard to just even get back to the room to test something. And that's in that point now I'm not having fun, because like I might have to keep drafting rooms over and over again to even test the hypothesis. Like there was some parts that I was pretty sure I needed to like arrange like 3 different kind of rooms on the left column of the house, with one of them being in the exact middle portion where there's a window or some shit, just so I could run out and check to see if the side area dungeon fucking cellar map had changed. Like I just something like that. I can't remember what it was, and just the thought of having to draft the room to just get that and hope that I get them was just like fucking hell. I don't want to do it. Yeah. If you got the gallery floor plan, Crack the Cryptic solved the whole room in under 30 minutes. I felt very humbled. Honestly, this is gonna sound weird. I'm surprised it even took them that long. Simon in particular is incredible at what is it called? Cryptic crosswords. And if you've ever watched Simon do a cryptic crossword, it sounds like someone is a wizard trying to find new magic spells to cast. Like I don't even understand the clue, and he's already solved it, and it's some weird fucking like abstract arcane fucking connection between like reading like the order of the words with this letters capitalized and all this other shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And he even says, he even admits to it, he's like, look, the reason why I can do this is because I've done so many of cryptic crosswords that I just know the language of them, and it really is like learning a language. So like, you know, I understand this is going to sound like nonsense, but like, yeah, so like, and that's what the gallery room is like. That it's absolute fucking nonsense. Yeah, I hated that room. Combined with all the abbreviations and the weird spell book of his. Yeah, I think he even has to reference an encyclopedia at some point, isn't it? It's something. There are even some clues that say look this word up in a dictionary or Britannica or whatever. You're a wizard. Thank you, Neil Resta. Muscle memory of the brain, kind of a little bit, yeah. Thank you, Mega Geeko. I had a vision of Hugh in this shirt. This Pragmatus fan art. This stream yesterday and had to draw it quickly this morning. The idea of him cramming into it is still in his spacesuit tickles me. Not the stepdad, but the dad who stepped on. Well, I didn't come to the moon intending to become a single mother, but when life gives you lemons, you gotta play the hand you're dealt, you know? I fucking hate you so much. I like Diana though. She was good. Dad who stepped on? Who's stepping on this dad? Now you've beaten Pragmatic and shares forbidden knowledge that not does Hugh shares a voice with actor with Malice from Assembly 2, but Diana, not only does Hugh share a voice actor with Malice from Assembly 2, but Diana is the second named VA role of Grace Seif, who previously voiced a major no pawn, making Hugh a real data pawn. What? Is that true? No. Talk about cryptic arcane clues. This is like fucking, this is for us specifically, this community. Holy shit. The first ever data pawn game? God damn. Thank you, Caponi999 for the 18 months. Given that today's stream subject is not locked in, I'd like to remind you of your obligations regarding the Marble Race and reading One Piece. Okay, I remember the Marble Race. What's this about reading One Piece? Top 3 Oomphy Boompies. Top 10 Re coming back at you again. Today we're ranking the top 10 Oomphy Boompies in video games. Start off number 1. No, it'd be 10. What's number 10? What's the worst Oomphy Boomfy? Paimon. Temperature check. How do you feel about the concept of a well-written match 3 roguelike with a story? I don't know. Oh, temperature check? What? That sounds okay. Let me put my back of my hand up to my forehead. Just feels like the rest of me to me. Is Himiko an Oomphy Boomfy? No. What is an Oomphy Boomfy? Is Gallica an Oomphy Boomfy? No, I don't think Gallica's an Oomphy Boomfy. Diana is an Oomphy Boomfy. The creature from 13 Sentinels is an Oomphy Boomfy. Paimon is an Oomphy Boomfy. Is Mizuki an Oomphy Boomfy? Mizuki might be an Oomphy Boomfy. I think we need to decide what is or what isn't an Oomphy Boomfy. Let's just, derail the whole entire stream and talk about that for a bit. I don't remember agreeing to reading One Piece. Was this about something? Was this a bet? I think there was a bet about that, and the bet lost. We don't have to do it. Thank you, Justa, for the 50 months. This is my favorite art gallery. Ooh, thank you, Justa. Rejected Draft is also an art gallery. Thank you, Pepsi Addict, for this as well. Maybe I should have included the name of the game in the pitch. Roundabout, like the JoJo song. Roundabout game. Oh, holy shit! It really is FMV. Roundabout is a 70s B-movie game where you pick up passengers, find secret collectibles, take on dangerous missions, and fall in love in a far-out open world. Wow. All while driving a revolving limo. This looks so stupid. Is it fun? My FMV gimmick month is being stolen. No. Oh, we're encroaching on Walrus's turf. We can't do that. Thank you, Mega Geeko. By Thor, Great Ace Attorney, Metaphor Refantasio. I beg your pardon. I didn't appreciate you talking about my private life in public. The wee ones are starting to ask questions. The sweating. The long ears for the long lies. Holy shit. Poor Barden. If I like Umineko more than Disco Elysium, I'll read all of One Piece, but Disco Elysium is better than Umineko. We did not meet this condition. Well, what did you like more? Oh, definitely Disco Elysium. Didn't you say you liked Umineko more earlier in this very stream? Nah, that doesn't sound like me. Nah, that doesn't sound like me. I don't think that sounds like something I would say. Nah. That ain't me. That was the old... Yeah, it's new Joe, new me. Why does it look like the little leaf parts on the cape on the ends make Barton look like he has tiny hands? I can't see. I can't. I was just thinking that too, actually. It does look like he's holding up tiny hands, doesn't it? Like right here. Yeah. I can't remember if I saw that on his original form in the game or not. Yeah. Did Disco make you cry though? When dealing with the copyright strikes on afterwards, yeah. Thank you, please soon for the bits. Hey Joe, I've been shilling for Karamara recently. You can platinum game in an hour, maybe hour and a half. Great short game with a fun gimmick if you want to do something else. Karamara. Karamara, Beneath the Forlorn Limbs. Ooh, nice atmosphere in this game. Kind of looks like Inscription. A mute little thing with borrowed magic, a house that murmurs back, ask wrong, and you might wake something that remembers your name. Should we do a day where we play maybe like 3 or 4 hour-long games? That might be fun. Or Barton. Hey Joe, just temperature check. How do you feel about a top-down platformer that consistently rewards gameplay with more interesting creative ways to use the gameplay system and challenges to explore them? Is it still Pippi or is there another game now? Related to Pipistrello, the Mina the Hollower game looks good. Thank goodness you're here for the inevitable suggestion wheel. Thank goodness you're here. I think we're just gonna play Vampire Crawlers. Thank goodness you're here. This art style is very familiar. What is this making me think of? Some Gravity Falls sort of thing? Some show? What does this make me think of? Golden Isle DLCs? Golden Isle DLCs would be fun actually, yeah. For chat, not for me, but it would be fun, yeah. Thank you, Thor. Sorry, Barden. 1 out of 3 from Luna Panda. Drew a little comics based on Mouse's fanfiction. Warning, doomed Yaoi. Ryu. Oh, the sword. It happened again. I saw you. Heard your voice. Your smell still lingers in this room. I don't belong in this place. Why did you take me with you? Why did you leave? He's going back in the closet? Why going back in the closet? All I can think about is you. Oh, the outline. There's so much left unsaid. Kazuma, I wish I was braver. Keep out. Aww. Oh, that's sad. He misses him so much. He's going back in the closet where, like, how things were before. Well done, Luna Panda. I really like how is it a bandana or a ribbon? Like the bandana from the sword, like, goes down from one panel to the other to be what was around his head there. That's really cool. I like that a lot. It's my favorite part. Neat. Any 2-hour long Yaoi games that we could read? Thank you, Mezzolunatic, for the 17 months. This is an AI subscription message. How did you do that? But there's no goblins. Thank you, Andro Luxray, for the 5 months also with a Johns, our resident goblin. I have a 2-hour long old man furry Yaoi VM we could go for. Addiction with an E. Is it safe for work? This sucks, by the way, says not Koru. Wow, okay. It is safe for work, maybe that's why it sucks. Really good end panel there too. Thank you, Luna Panda. By Crystal, I wanted to draw Barack von Zykes. Is it Zeeks or Zykes? However, I can't draw men well, so have this instead. Along with some changes to the outfits, she gets an even bigger cup for wine. Why not? Why not? It's Eeks? It's Zeeks? Okay, so I'm saying it right. It's not Zykes. It's Zeeks. Von Zeeks. It is an even bigger cup. Damn. The cup size has increased. Oh, with the cogs in the background. Nice. Rose plus lavender. Would these heels survive being slammed into the what is it called? The what is standing in front of the podium? Probably. They look like they're metal. Holy shit. The bench, is it just bench? Anime rules or IRL rules? Both. It looks like the nails are visible through the gloves there. You see it? Neat. With a sword? That's a long sword. Wow, that is a really big sword. I like that they both have swords on opposite sides of the courtroom. With a pint. The fucking pint buff on the fan art. You could read all those anime Marvel synopsis that got redeemed in the last 5 months today, or soon maybe. Could take a while. I would rather do that on the day that we do the gambling thing. We just devote a whole entire stream to getting everyone's coins out of the way, and then we can do the marble race. Like, we can announce the date for the marble race afterwards. It'll be a couple days, maybe a week after that, yeah. I was thinking that it would be good to get into a Yakuza sort of gambling den, and when we're in the Yakuza gambling den, we can go between all the different games, and we can start like having like a bet that's running on stream with the bet that's going on inside the game. And we could just get rid of everyone's coins like that if everyone wants to have another shot of marble. But I don't know which Yakuza game to do that in. Like, the only ones I know are Yakuza 0. I asked on Jads, and someone said that Yakuza 4 or 5 has the best gambling den in it. So I don't know if I don't want to play those games out of order. Scrandle today? Yeah, we'll do Scrandle today, yeah. Just in case Google Sheet which has mod marbles, now also has all unredeemed marbles with description links for easy use when finding this. Oh, thank you, Caps. That's good. We'll just go through them. Yakuza 6-7 are best for that. 6-7. Is there a way to get to the gambling den in one of those games pretty quickly? Could I like just skip through all the cutscenes off stream and then just get to there and go? Or maybe this is just like a gambling game that we could do. I don't know. I feel like Yakuza would be a good thing to return to for that. This track is blasting over you, is it? Okay. Can send you a save file. That's true. Yeah, someone could just send us a save file with access to the gambling den. Yeah. Why don't we do that then? Can the community just decide which it has to be like a variety of games and a mix of things that are easy to bet on and ones that are you know, take a little bit longer to bet on. Like something like odds or evens, and people could just bet on that, and we could see you know, I don't know if we want games of skill to see like will Joe succeed at this one or not. Just fun gambling, and we could just gamble via the game. Another streamer I watched does horse races. Should we just get like load up Uma Usumi and do it like that? Hey, just a temperature check. Oh my god. Would you be interested in a continuation of VN you played recently that progresses the first entry's plot at a better pacing? I'd recommend the great we banned Usumi? We did, yeah. It's banned. We're not doing that. Thank you, Drunkov, for the 12 months with 54 more years to match Joe's real age. Is that how the math's there? Holy shit. Thank you, Drunkov. And thank you to Ash323D for the 17 months. And Last Isis for the 58 as well. I went to the movie theater the other day. It was awful. They only had one movie. It was a stream reference. It was Michael. A name ruined. Michael. Thank you, Crystal. Golly gee, a stereographic photograph of Kazuma. What a find. Alright. Go cross-eyed for Kazuma, chat. Oh, man. They are slightly different, aren't they? Respectfully looking. How did this button survive? Wow. Glued on. Glued button. The one below that must be made of unobtainium or something. Holy shit. The amount of effort needed to make two drawings that are closely identical but still slightly different is underappreciated. It is kind of fucked up that almost everyone, including me, is looking at these and being like, oh, this is just a drawing and then a slightly tweaked version of the drawing. But no, it's... this had to be a whole other drawing. Oh, man. I was very tempted to add a wigglegram version of this. You wanted to wiggle? What? The GIF that flips between the two sides. Oh, I see. Okay. How quickly does it flip them? This is really good. Thank you, C8. Thank you, Elocarp123 for the 35 months as well. Greetings, another banger video on the secret channel, you dandy Andy. Ah, you know, I'm glad you liked it. Succubus Lovey-Dovey X4. Oh my god, it's truly a masterpiece, and your criticism is a literary masterwork. Really impressed by how in-depth you went on the new... I don't like saying this term on stream. The new... On the womb tattoo mechanics. Excited for more. Thank you very much, Alucrep. I take my own itch. Thank you very much. Thank you also to MC Nighthawk for the 3 months. Saw your first stream on Ace Attorney and decided it was interesting enough I wanted to play it myself, so I've been missing a while. Hopefully I can catch up on the game sooner or later so I can watch the VODs. Are you like playing it now, or is it or is it in your backlog now? Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I quite liked it. I'm looking forward to the second one, but it's a lot of reading, so it's quite tiring. Man, I love the polls. We get so much good information from the polls. We could just go back to Pragmata. Chad is bullying me. Don't bully Mouse. Bully Mouse on her stream. Don't bully her here. How about Neon White? Is this on the table? I would like to get back to Neon White, but I don't think playing Neon White today would be a good idea. I think we should take a week and just do Neon White week and get through it. I also don't know if we play Neon White if I'm going to want to try and get high rankings. First of all, by now, so many people have probably played Neon White that the routes have been optimized and people have done a bunch of like helping each other and rooting online that it's probably impossible to get a high rank. But like, you know, just go through it. Try and get a respectable rank maybe. Team Hondo wins too. This isn't happening. Do I still have that installed? I can't remember. PGCA? By Hemlock. First one. Debut from Hemlock. Thought I'd try sketching Susie in a Western style Victorian dress. Oh, interesting. After watching one of the TGAA VODs, I know it isn't too complicated and kind of rough, but I still want to post it. I hope it's okay for my first stream. It's very okay for your first stream. Thank you for sharing. I really like Susie. I wonder if she is going to start wearing some other clothes in the second one. When oh no, sorry, she's gone. No way she's coming back. She's gone forever. She's not going to be in the second one. You can just aim for all aces, devs aces, instead of player rankings. That's a pretty good metric to go for, yeah. Suzato is dead. To me, yeah. Getting some Portrait of a Lady on Fire vibes from this for some reason. Maybe it's just the hands? The color of the dress, maybe? Not sure. Alonso's dead. Alonso is dead, that's true. Thank you, Sherry Hemlock. Thank you to Alatsopa Wee also for the 16 months. Joms, just Joms. Tough times continue, and you keep helping me go forwards. Love you, man. Oh, I'm glad I can help you like that, Alatsopa Wee. Hope things get better, and you don't need the... you don't need me for that. You can just enjoy. Sorry for the tough times. Yeah, sometimes tough times kind of linger in ways that are surprising, huh? Yeah, sucks. I'm sorry. Thank you, Felser 25 for the 100 months. Holy shit. 100 months, 100 lines or something. I don't know. Don't play that. A sub for every route in 100 line. Are they really adding more? I feel like that would have happened by now. I don't think we're ever getting more 100 lines. Will they update the title of the game with each line they add? I think 100 lines is too many. And the last two on my list are The Crossing Fate with 4 months. Thank you very much. 24 minutes ago. And Kohakiyama for 28 months, 10 minutes ago. With The Unbearable Thing in Pathologic 2 reminds me... Sorry, The Unbearable Thing in Pathologic 2 reminds me of when my friend told me the social links in Persona 3 suck on purpose because that's how life is. You'll meet awful people or something. Okay, that's not a fair comparison, I think, between them, but that is very funny. 100,000 lines? Pathologic 2 is meant to be unbearable, almost unbearable. And thank you, oh gosh, it wasn't a banana for the tier 2 and 10 months right now. Hello Joe, I've returned to beg you to play Thank Goodness You're Here. It's a one-stream comedy with unapologetically English sense of humor. That's the game that was referenced earlier, wasn't it? I think we just looked at that. The art style looks very familiar to me, but I can't place it. Do we vote for him to play Mega Man X if just that he's mentioned he wants to? Is that on Steam? Also think you have luck. 1 of 4 from King Pains. I've been a VOD lurker for 4 years, breaking the silence. Oh, it's another debut because it says 4, but it's 1 of 4. With a comic of Mouse's excellent yaoi. I'm so incredibly stoked about the great Ace Attorney Van Zeeks is best girl. Hashtag canceled my canceled wife. That sounds like the title of a fucking manga, actually. My canceled wife. I'm in. I'm so interested. Like, why was she canceled? Are you still gonna stay with her? Like, what's the tension gonna be? What a banger title, My Canceled Wife. Holy shit. Holy shit. Someone needs to write My Canceled Wife. Oh man. My Canceled Wife couldn't possibly be this cute. This is based on the 1 to 5 episode of the fanfic, not the museum because it's too long. There's more yaoi. There's even more yaoi. There was a prologue to the yaoi. Okay, all right. Ryu's looking respectfully. I know what I can offer you. Oh shit. What is this hand? What's going on? Are you implying that you want to make a deal with the prosecution council? Surely there is no need for that now. But they're making deals after it's over? No. I know what I have to offer you. And what, pray tell, is that? Ooh, tension. Oh man, the hand going over that is telling. Damn. My Canceled Wife TM sounds like just like the movie The Drama, which is great. Is it? This goes hard. Holy shit. Debuting with yaoi. Bold. Big yaoi hand. The emphasis on the hands is really funny, actually. More close-up of the eyes. Boom. And the last panel. If Boulder adds in fan art, a SketchUp just now that's directly inspired by Crystal and Hemlock's fan art for this week, would you permit it even though it's late as fuck? Employment because we're on. Yeah, sure, why not? If Boulder doesn't mind, I can refresh the page. We've done it before. Isn't my canceled wife just gone, girl? No. It's funny you said that, but no. Oh man, that's more like cancel husband. It is more like cancel husband, yeah. By Errol, keeping in the theme with both Yuri and the Yuri, the Yuri theme that is going on stream today. Yeah, is this Yuri in the room with us right now? And TGA characters in Victorian dresses. A quick sketch of Ryu inspired by Crystal and Hemlock's fan art. Gorgeous. I like the umbrella. I like an umbrella. I don't like using umbrellas, but I like umbrellas. What does that say about me? Like going out in the rain, I hate having an umbrella. I hate having to carry it. I hate having to hold it up. But there's something about umbrellas that I like. Style, maybe it is just a style, yeah. I like how Peach used the umbrella in the Galaxy movie too. That was good. You want a sword without the danger? Maybe I just want to carry a sword. Yeah, it's nice to have a sword. Sword. What about parasols? I gotta be honest with you, chatter. I don't know the difference between an umbrella and a parasol. To me, they're the same thing. Are parasols more for sun? Yeah, someone's saying it now. Okay. Are parasols lighter then? They wouldn't hold up in the rain? Parasol is just a cute and pop word, of course. Parasol literally means stop sun in Spanish. Pragmata means things in Greek. Blueprint. Thank you, Arrow. Also by Arrow. Oh, they're together. Victorians have no idea. Oh, this is the thing that popped up during it. The fast past. Nice, Boulder. Camera JPH point. Victorians have no idea what lawyers go through. What's my favorite technological curio? Oh, that's elementary. Well, it has to be the delightful little apparatus known as the stereoscope. Seriously, you never heard of the stereoscope? It's only one of the most fascinating modern inventions for novel home entertainment ever made. Oh, none of the evidence in your court record looks useful? Well, as a matter of fact, I happen to have a pair of two nearly identical but slightly different photographic prints right here. Let me just pop them into my stereoscope and let's observe. I wonder if there's ever been real court proceedings that have been anywhere close to as crazy as your average fucking Ace Attorney fucking courtroom drama, with just absolute just clown court bullshit going on. Figaro. By Fifi Defi Fessel. What are we doing? It's White Rabbit Chan. She's back. Oh, and Two Fit's final form. Well, final form so far. Very Dark Souls, I like it. We have Leon Souls in the bottom. Better to be done than perfect. This fight is really annoying for most players, but if you deepen your bond with the Lagomorphic Sisters Covenant by offering humanity to the girls in the Hell Abbey, you unlock the White Rabbit Isabel summon, which makes this trivial. Oh, it's Elden Ring. Okay. Joe Jug? Nice. Wow. Covetous Fairy 2-Fit. 1 of 4, you say? There was a case where a rat was on trial, I think. It did not show up at the trial. The defense argued that it could not be expected to be on time, and the judge agreed, France being France. What? That's a nice looking sword, actually. Holy shit. I would use this sword in a Dark Souls game. Looks like it's got a good length to it, but not too long. It's definitely... Is this a claymore? No, it looks a little too small to be a claymore. Although claymores are pretty good too. I usually like the biggest sword that's one step below claymore. Once you get to claymore, it's a little too heavy, but the claymores can be good too, don't get me wrong. Anything above a claymore, you're just now committed to just like hitting as hard as you can and kind of trading a little bit. Although, it is fun to make that work. Clayless? Yeah, clayless, yeah. All right. Where is this going? 1 out of 4. We're gonna see the fight. My love, aren't you a sprightly one? Ooh. Boo-at? I was saying boo-earns. Boo-at. Look at the flowers there. Those look cool. Oh, it's boat. It's boat. I was saying boat. Boo-at. Boat. She does want to get on the boat. No Chan has ever wanted it more, to be honest. Okay. 3rd panel. Oh, for fuck's sake. One epic battle later, and so, what do we have here? Soul of a Covetous Fairy. Let's zoom in. For the text, obviously. One of the great souls which failed to become a seafarer. Long ago, in the 4th year of the Dragon Stream, the art of chanting was in its infancy. However, not all were uplifted. A single wretch was left behind, trapped in a prison of glass. Envy grew green in that lone abomination, eventually creating this sad monster obsessed with recognition. That's an amazing description. Holy shit, that is so on. What's going on down here? Oh, no, it's her. No! The Chan who lies to herself and listens to her own lie comes to a point that she cannot distinguish the truth within her or around her, and so loses all respect for herself and for others, and having no respect, she ceases to love. Sorry, lass, that's not a fairy soul. Not sure what that is. Huh? What is? Well, let's see what what I can get for it. Ah, Shemai. Ah, yeah, it's the Welsh guy from Dark Souls 1. Nice. Hi, Shemai. Where did that fairy go? That's stupid funny. I hate the flip. Bat. 1,000 healing. Nice. The reversal. Her backup weapon is a goon-like gape sword +2. Fucking hell, man. Oh my fucking god. Oh. This is awesome. Thank you, Fifi. It's Wabbit season. It's Wabbit season. Duck season, Wabbit season, duck season, Wabbit season. Funny. Thank you, Fifi. And the last... Oh, there's more from Fifi. 28, 29, 30. There's 4 more. 4 more. God, yeah. So Chad is finally making me watch an anime. Frankly, it's a waste of time. Is that so? Well, what will it cost for a girl like me to get some of your time? Hi, just fucking... Why are we doubling down on just shorter than Joe? Oh, you want... I can't even read this. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can infer. Oh, you want a marble? Well, you have to bet on monocoin bets. Wait, let me explain that a little. Monocoins are like a thing from Danganronpa, and with enough, you will be able to spend money on stuff like Weeb Absolution or announce that your waifu, well, not that last one anymore. We scrapped that one not to say you should use it in the marble race. It's gonna happen any time now. Just quick, you can still get a marble for whatever anime you want to have in it. Just don't make it about something in the school or something unless you're a fan of some anime bullshit, though I suggest that you pick something famous. Man, it was wild getting him we're fucking talking about, man. It was wild getting him on for something you'd think that there are rabbits alone too. Okay, I tried. Thinks he's cute when he's stupid. Much later, realization. Wait, was she? No. Meanwhile, why is so Scrandle hard to predict? Jadsville. What's that? June and April. Why is so Scrandle hard to predict? Scrandle is very hard to predict, yeah. Jadsville Brat? I don't think so. She really wants the monocoins, damn. For every high effort comic, there is a low effort one too. I needed to get this one out before I went on holiday. Based on the comic by Hoshi Zaralone, the mug at the end reads, Love from May, June. Oh, it says up here, Love from May, June, and April, which are the names of the 3 other succubi bunny nuns with full designs from Isabel's initial comic. Get it? Like Easter, but... Yeah. Alright. Oh, Dominic gifted a sub during this to Goonlight Gapenry. Thank you very much. Thanks. Oh, I'm wielding this sword now. It's a new sword. I'm... Jadsville Dragon. It might be Jadsville Dragons, yeah. Jadsville Dragons. Go, Dragons! Thank you, Fifi, for owning me once again. I deserve it. Thank you very much. By Crystal. Favorite Chan. Day 1? Anime is real? Here to say that I made an art challenge in Jads for people to do during the summer. There's not really a time limit, but wanted to give people something fun to do. Here's day 1. Day 1 favorite Chan. My weeb Chan. What is this hair? Wait, what are these? Those are cute. The rare Chan that can pull off sweatpants. Well done. Thank you, River Silk, for the 15 months. Hey, Joe, I believe I asked this before, maybe with my first sub even, but I'll do so once more anyway with all the gambling talk going on. I live in a country where gambling is allowed, and I'm a weeb, which means I would really like to have a marble, but I can't really reasonably afford one. I've managed to amass 96k Kumana coins since last I asked this of you, and would be overjoyed if you granted me a marble for them. I would love to do that, but the problem is that if I give you a marble, then I might have to give so many other people in the same situation a marble, and I would feel beholden to them. So, how about this? If no one else asks... And like the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten this interaction is, he said like Yoda, then sure. Prisoner's Dilemma, yeah. Depends on what marble you want. That is true, depends on what marble you want, yeah. Press the blue button. What is this button stuff? I won't ask for a marble if they want one, if they want a good one. What would the marble be for, Rivers of Silk? If you don't mind sharing. I want the 7 movies of Makoto Shinkai. I don't know what those are. Let's see how chat reacts. So you want 7 marbles. Surprised no one told you about the red button, blue button. It was brought up on yesterday's stream, but I don't really understand the hypothetical, to be honest. So the same movie 7 times in a row. Thank you, Crystal. Kind of a crazy undershirt to have here over this one. By Apathetic Dev for the last two, one of two. It's good to see that Slay the Spire keeps producing new iconic chans. Everyone loves the Snakebite discussion. When submitting to Jan art, please tag as Bomb, Bandage, and Snakebite Chan. Don't give a 2-fit tag. Also, don't include this message in brackets. Thank you. Boulder. Bandage Chan 2, Bomb Chan 9, Snakebite Chan 1. This Bandage Chan has never had another one before, where there were no tags before that? Huh, okay. Look at all these brand new original chans that are not 2-fit whatsoever. Snakebite is okay, I guess. Snakebite Chan, yuck, yuck, yuck. It's me, the old reliable Snakebite, boing, boing. Remember, the pros say that Snakebite is good, so if you disagree, you may be stupid. That's true. I Bomb Chan, fully endorse Snakebite Chan as a legitimate Chan. I, Bandage Chan, fully endorse Snakebite Chan as a legitimate Chan. I think that Snakebite is a fine card. It's a 6 out of 10 card. It's not trash, but I would prefer to have probably any other attack. But it's good to have if you have like a shit ton of cards that come up to you, and that's like it's takeable. It's not the worst card. It's takeable if you need something to hold and you have some synergy with like flechettes or whatever. You also don't have to draw it. So after you draw it once, it's there in your hand forever, and it can be kind of nice. Solos after it's no way it's that powerful, but it is good on some of the bosses. Like it's really good to have it on for what you call it, like turn 1 on the the black boss that has the big tail with the fucking spike on it. Phantom. It's good for Phantom. Like turn 1 Phantom, it's pretty good. Turn 4 Phantom, it's pretty good. When Phantom isn't doing any attacks, and you might draw a shit ton of block for this turn that he's not doing anything. Like yeah, Phantom is probably the hardest boss of the of Act 1, I think. I don't know. The Waterfall Giant can be stupid as well. Waterfall Giant's really hard. Phantom's really hard. The one where it's like one guy with 2 of its children, that's probably the easiest one. I don't usually have a problem fighting that one. Every so often, the one that starts with plated armor and you have 3 turns to set up can just completely fuck you if you don't have a good way to scale in those 3 free turns. That one's pretty hard. I would say the Phantom, that one, and Waterfall Giant are the only ones at the end of Act 1 that I'm worried about. I don't even remember the other ones, to be honest. Lagavulin and Waterfall Giant just died of Snakebite though. Snakebite's really good for no, doesn't it trigger Lagavuans to wake up first? I don't know. I don't think Snakebite is that good against them. Honestly, the Dox just feels way harder to me overall. Some of the elite fights, some of the hard bullfights are ridiculous. I don't know. I need to learn how to avoid some of the hard bullfights before I get to the elites. I don't know. I banished him fully enjoy Snakebite Chan. I love that it's just 2-fit in shitty disguises. The missing lore of Snakebite that everyone forgot about. I swear we have this conversation every time a Chan drawn by me is showcased. How many times does it have to be said? I never disguised 2-fit as any of the Chans, and I think we are beating a dead horse at this point. This kind of view on Chans can only lead to strife among the community. Alright, let's play it. Thank you for always putting the videos at the end of the fan art, by the way, Baldur. I appreciate it. It makes it much smoother to with the music and stuff instead of them being mixed in. Anyway, let's play and let's see if the sound works. Nope, it's broken. 1 second. Sound okay? Snakebite, retain, apply 7 poison. 2 mana, really? For 1 mana, maybe. This card sucks. It still kind of sucks, but it's not unusable. Where's Snakebite Chain going? Just to say a countdown clock. Just imagine trying to explain this video to to the Slayer Sparta 2 devs. Just the Cringe Cafe, yeah! Mario and the other one. Chan applications. I'm here to start my Chan career. Wanted. Hunt on site. Reward. All the money.
It's 2fit.
It is 2fit. It is 2fit.
This car looks like 2fit to me. What's going on?
But I'm not a tofu. I'm Snakebite Chan. You know what? I believe her. This is my first time here. I don't get it.
It's 2fit in a wig. You're not getting this past me. It's been 2fit the whole time.
That's not fair. You can't. No, it's Snakebite Chan. It's a completely original Chan. I don't understand. How could this have happened? I did nothing wrong. It's not fair. Big Chungus is that. Based on true story. From that point on, Snakebite removed all contacts with Jazz and never saw her again. If 2fit was on boat, it would never have come to this. Do you also feel neglected? Do you feel that Channing has lost its shine? Then here's the solution that brought back meaning to Snakebite's life. The Church of 2fit. Earn $10 for each person you convince to join. Tier 1 subscription, $10 a month. Gain access to the church-owned pool table. Tier 2 subscription, $50 a week. 10% chance to enter a raffle to win. 10% chance to meet 2fit. Hold on, let's go back. To meet 2fit in person, a raffle occurs every year. Tier 3 subscription, $500 a day. Gain access to exclusive 2fit merch. It's just the Snickers. Okay. Keep up with support. We will soon hit our next stretch goal. BB-61 Battleship DF-15 Missile Squad Rabbit Stew. Thank you for your cooperation. May the toe... Oh, fucking hell. So close to Star Wars Day 2. So close to Star Wars Day 2. Wow. Wow. 2fit is a fucking menace, man. Are we a cult? Little bit. Little bit. Will you allow Snakebite Chan and Jed Seiya? Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. It's a completely different Chan. They're two totally different Chans. Not the same at all. Okay, now what? Now we do Scrandle, right? Now we do Scrandle. And then we take break. And then we decide on the game. Which is probably still going to be Vampire Crawlers. Oh, God. Alright, bonus rounds. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire life versus the olive pizza. I mean, it's got to be right. This is for those who scran after. We're deciding which ones that we like. It's definitely this one on the right. Okay. I turned myself into a pickle. I'm 2fit pickle. What is this? What are we doing? Okay. YouGov polling data 2026. I love pickles. I hate pickles. What are we guessing what more people like, or are we just deciding? Because I think more people love pickles than hate pickles, to be honest with you. I personally don't like pickles, so I want to pick I hate pickles. I hate pickles. I have tried oat milk. I have tried almond milk. I have tried almond milk. I haven't tried oat milk. Okay? Alright. I like almond milk a lot. Chinese is my fave foreign cuisine. Indian is my fave foreign cuisine. What if I was Chinese or Indian? I think I prefer Indian food to Chinese food. I do like Chinese food, though. I don't have it very often. I think I prefer Indian food. I'd rather have pudding than a starter. I'd rather have a starter than pudding. Oh, this is the tough one. It depends. That fucking... this is what, 4,000 calories? Oh my fucking god. It depends on what they're gonna be. In general, though, I'm not big on dessert. I'd rather have a starter, I think. I would never eat critics. I would never eat crickets. I would never eat dog meat. I would eat crickets. I wouldn't eat crickets if they looked like crickets. I would never eat dog. I would rather starve than eat dog. I say that with the total privilege. What's the other word? Um, when you strongly think something. What's the word I'm thinking of? Fuck, I can't think of the word. Like a commitment word, bias, conviction. Thank you. I'd say that with the complete privilege and conviction of someone who has never truly been hungry. So like if I was starving and I was about to die and someone came over and gave me dog meat, like maybe I would eat it. I don't know, but I would like to think that I wouldn't eat dog meat. I would never eat dog meat. Yeah, absolutely. I have never tried boba tea. I have never used an air fryer. I've never tried boba tea. The crazy part is that pigs are way smarter than dogs. I don't think so. Dogs are way smarter than pigs, he says with no information whatsoever. I consider croissants pastries to be bread. Yeah. I have eaten octopus. I haven't eaten octopus. Yeah, they're bread. Yeah. This is a weird fucking scrandle. I prefer sparkling water to still water. I keep bread in my fridge. Neither. I don't keep bread in my. That is a nice fridge. What the fuck? I don't keep bread in my fridge. I also don't prefer sparkling water to still water. I prefer still water. I guess I would rather keep bread in my fridge than have to drink sparkling water. People don't keep bread in their fridge. Why would you keep bread in your fridge? I know some people keep bread in their freezer. I keep some bread in my freezer too, because it's expensive gluten-free bread. Air quotes expensive. It's not like stupidly expensive, but it is more expensive than regular bread. And I don't eat a lot of bread, so I keep it in the freezer and I just thaw it whenever I need it. But yeah, some people keep bread in the freezer. I don't know people keeping bread in the fridge though. It'll probably make it last longer. Probably. I don't see why it wouldn't. I consider soup to be a drink. I have tried potato milk. Ah, fuck. Okay, I don't consider soup to be a drink. Didn't even know there could be potato milk. I guess I would rather consider soup to be a drink than try potato milk, to be honest. Nah, fuck it, I would try tomato milk. I would try potato milk. Fuck it. I think the world is getting worse. Scrandle Dev, are you okay? Can we check on Scrandle Dev? I have never had food stolen or attacked by a seagull. I have though, so I have to think the world's getting worse. What the fuck? 4 out of 10, lousy Scranner. 6. What was this today? I don't understand what we're even doing. Survey data taken from YouGov, images from Unsplash. Was I supposed to guess what's the most likely one that people picked on, or was I supposed to do mine? I thought you did. Oh no, I was answering this honestly. Wait, hold on. What? Who's never had food stolen, attacked by a seagull? How many people just aren't going to the beach nowadays? This is like first trip to the beach. This happens. Me? Okay. Have you ever seen a seagull? There's no beach near me. Old man yells at Scran. Well, enjoy your monocoins. I just eat the seagull. No one's going to the beach. I used to love going to the beach. I haven't been to the beach in so long. Not all people live near the ocean, bro. It's a British poll. I live in a coastal city. I never had food stolen by a seagull. Really? It's a common thing. Maybe seagulls have become more passive. Do you think the AI that controls all the birds is like flipped over to a more, likable mode? Huh. They made woke seagulls. They did make woke seagulls. Okay, what do you want to do? I feel like we should just try Vampire Crawlers. I already bought it. I have it downloaded. That doesn't mean much though. We could do that. We could play Hunt Showdown. I don't really want to though. I'm kind of tired. I need to go make a coffee. I don't know if I can make a coffee though. No, I can make a coffee. I'm gonna have to clean out a cup, but I can go make a coffee. God, my kitchen is a disgrace right now. Holy shit. Golden. I don't have Golden Idol DLC. I don't have it. I didn't buy it. The title says Vampire Crawlers. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying out Vampire Crawlers, see what it's like. I also wouldn't mind playing Sifu, to be honest. Like, Sifu seems like a good time. I have a hankering for, like, a Dark Souls game, but I don't want to start a Dark Souls game today. The problem with Sifu is that if you start Sifu today and I really, really like it, I might want to play more Sifu tomorrow, and tomorrow's Pathologic 2. And then I'm not going to be able to play Sifu until next week again, right? Mujang's Run to the Bunker. I haven't played Mujang's in 3 weeks, so I'd rather not do Mujang's Run right now. I also depend on seagull species. Back when I lived in a South American coastal city, it wasn't really a major issue. Really, the seagulls in Wales were fucking assholes then. They would steal your food all the time. They wouldn't care. They would harass the fuck out of you. Maybe something to do about like the food that people eat in Wales at the beach. Like maybe it's like a lot of like chips and cones and stuff, and people like that's like easy pickings for a seagull. Maybe I'm not sure. I was addicted to seagulls when I was a kid. This is not okay. This was cruel. I was so fucked off that a seagull stole one of my chips that I threw. This is such evilness for a kid to do. I threw one chip into the air into the swarm of seagulls to condition them all that I had thrown food, and they ate it. And then after that, I threw stones, like tiny little stones, and they would eat the stone out of the air, and then you would see them kind of stop in air and spit it out. So I was so fucking mad. Like not big stones. I wasn't trying to throw stones at them to hit them or anything like that. I'd throw small stones, like little tiny little stones that they could catch and eat. Yeah. That is why they cry, yeah. Angry about gulls? I was angry about gulls. Fucking seagulls. Did you evil voice to say after that? I would like to think so, yeah. Sifu won, by the way. Sifu won what? Sifu, Vampire Crawlers, thank goodness you're here. Golden Idol, 8% backlog stream. What's a backlog stream? Where we go through backlog and we start saying what we've played. I don't even know if I could think of all the things that I've played and done with that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Why do people hate Golden Idol? I don't think they hate it. I just think that it's not the most fun watching experience for some people. Yeah. Do I have Sifu? I don't have Sifu downloaded. Space required 30 gigs? What? Think I made a gigs? Oh, I am made a gigs. I have a lot of space on my hard drive. Okay. Do you think Super Mario 64 is a good translation from 2D to 3D to previous Mario games? Absolutely not. Instead of it being open areas, it would be more accurate to have levels be point A to point B with a flagpole at the end. I think Ocarina of Time 97 take their 2D counterparts and translate well, and is now 3D. Not to sing Super Mario 64 though, great game. Yeah, they couldn't make a game that was like Mario from 2D to 3D until Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World is pretty much Super Mario 3, but in 3D. That's probably why they gave it that naming convention, obviously. Yeah, definitely. A lot of people don't like Super Mario 3D World for that. I think it's great. I think they could have gone a little harder on it, but yeah, Super Mario 3D World is finally that. They kind of get there with Galaxy 1 and 2. Galaxy 1 and 2 are more gauntlets. I would say the only parts of Mario 64 that get like 2D Mario games are the Bowser levels before you get there, and those are the best parts. Like, I loved the Bowser levels when I was a kid. Just being able to run through them and you get into a really good platforming flow state. It is a bit awkward. The controls aren't the best. But yeah, I like those. And I feel like Super Mario 3D World and Galaxy are kind of like that almost the whole entire time, which is why Odyssey was a bit disappointing because it didn't have enough of that. Yeah. Yeah, so I agree that Super Mario 64 is not the best translation, but it's still a really great game. Super Mario 64 was like a magical experience to play right at launch because I'm that old. Yeah, I actually feel bad that a bunch of the people who like video games now didn't get to experience that jump from 2D to 3D that I got to go through when I was a kid. It was just amazing. I got N64 right at launch. I don't know why my dad bought me that. My dad was really keen to do that for some reason. Maybe he felt bad to me. We just moved back to Wales from Canada. Maybe he felt kind of bad that I lost all my friends. So he got me an N64 right at launch. It was really hard to get to. Thanks, Dad. Thank you, Roma2056 for the 16 months. Joe, your content has encouraged me to read the Witcher books. I'm currently at the point where Triss is shitting herself to death. Oh, Blood of Elves. Yeah, she does shit herself to death. Yeah. She pulls through, though. She comes around. Yep. Very weird scene that Sapkowski decided to include. Yep. Blood of Elves. Pretty early on in Blood of Elves, too, isn't it? The halfway, for 40% of the way through? Something like that? Yeah. Thank you, Tiny Man of Evil, for the 3 months with hi, I'm Joseph Anderson. Hello. I'm also Joseph Anderson. Nice to meet you, Tiny Man of Evil. Joseph Anderson does give off Tiny Man of Evil vibes. Thank you to M Accordion for the 17 months with Joseph Anderson with a bunch of spaces between them. All right, what are we doing? I'm not sure what the bid is, but it's 2 subs in a row. We're going to make it 3? Slowly FG for the 18 months with the town I grew up in had... Oh, it's not. I grew up and had several warning signs around the town center to remind people that seagulls are dicks. So is it okay what I did? Do I have chat's forgiveness for attacking the seagulls? Thank you, Slowly FG. Thank you, M Accordion. Thank you, Tiny Man of Evil. Thank you, Roma. Thank you, Kill. Thank you, Kill. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Clive. Any interest in playing Karen? I would love to, but again, that's probably like a start on Tuesday and play it for a couple days sort of thing, because it's not a one stream game, right? Fun fact, the last scene ever written by George R. R. Martin in the main Song of Ice and Fire series is a character shitting herself to death as well. Isn't that not the only scene that he's written of someone shitting themselves to death? Doesn't Daenerys start shitting herself to death at some point in early on in one of the stories? Hashtag my canceled streamer. Pretty good good title. That's the one I'm talking about. Oh, that's near the end of the stories? Shit, I thought it was near the beginning. All right. I don't know if I want to play Sifu. Let's put it on the screen just to have it here, and then we will see if we're switching over to Vampire Crawlers afterwards. Okay, first of all, my GPU fan is going ape shit. Secondly, this is a really boring main menu, so we'll go over to Vampire Crawlers, I guess. It just starts? You're kidding. 10 out of 10 range. I just wanted to have something on screen while I take break. I'm gonna go make a coffee. If Sifu had a better main menu, I would be there. And now there's this one, so we're just here. I guess we're playing Vampire Crawlers. Sorry, Sifu. I didn't do it on purpose. If Vampire Crawlers sucks, we'll play Sifu, okay? Why do people want Sifu so much? Chicken's way better. Anderson JPA. What the fuck is this game name? Yeah, I know it's a long one. Yeah, it's a long one. Sifu is a very Joe-coded game. Is it? Have you seen my Elden Ring video? Anyway, I'll be back in about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer. I need to go and grind some beans and clean a coffee cup and clean up the French press and also use the bathroom and also have a cookie. And then I'll be back and then the kettle will boil. Then I'll leave again and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, be back. All right, coffee is percolating. Blood Pact, if both Vampire Crawlers and Sifu suck, can we do the old man yaoi furry VN? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so I have questions. How many streams is it gonna take for us to do Sifu? Like realistically. 3 to 4, 2 to 3, 2, 0, between 1 and 3, 2, 3 tops. Okay. How many streams is it gonna take us to do Neon White? Same. 4 at my pace because I keep going for the try to get a good result. Depends on how much rerunning you do. What if we did no rerunning at all? How long would it take us to do Neon White? What if the first time we do it, that's the score, that's what we get? You're like 40% through we're starting from the beginning again. I can't remember Neon White. Honestly, why even play Neon White? I'm just doing this to get a barometer. I want a reference point for if we didn't do any reruns, how long would it take? 2 to 3 from the beginning with no retries. Really, it would still take 2 to 3 streams. Yeah, temperature check. Chat, temperature check. How long would it take to beat Neon White if we didn't do any restarting? 2 is it does have a story, that's true, yeah. In Celsius, yeah, okay. How many streams would it take us to beat Stellar Blade? Okay. Sifu typically takes between 8 to 10 hours to complete the main story, focusing on mastering his challenges. For players aiming for 100% completion, including unlocking all skills and obtaining the true ending, it usually takes 20 to 25 hours. There's skills and shit in Sifu? Is there really? I didn't know that. Okay. So 8 to 10. Okay. Neon White. 10 to 12 hours to Neon White. So they're both around the same. Okay. So these are going to be 3 streams each. Okay. So 3 streams for Sifu, 3 streams for Neon White. And then how about Stellar Blade? 20 to 30 hours. Okay, so that is about 6 streams. Okay, so 5 to 6 streams. All right, so we're at 12 streams. Okay, we're at 12 streams. Okay, so we can't start Great Ace Attorney for 3 weeks, right? Errol, when do you want us to start? Do you want us to start on the 19th or do you want to start us on the 26th? Just for reference, the pace at which the initial 2 Neon Strike streams, you're about 1/3 of the way through, so take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so it might be a little bit longer then. Yeah, all right. It would take 1 stream for thank goodness you're here. Okay, interesting. We can have that as a filler floater at some point then. Let's say we're going to start Great Ace Attorney on the 26th, right? Let's just say the 26th. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 12 streams, and that is the perfect amount for playing through Stellar Blade, Neon White, and Sifu. And if we need to, we can go a little later on some of them, and also maybe we can add a Monday stream to get through it. Okay. Forgotten City is very short, could be a good fit. We also could slip in Forgotten City if one of them gets done faster, but I have a hankering for some gameplay games. Primata has awoken in me a desire and need to be able to run and jump. Alright, so how does that sound for the next 3 weeks? Is Sifu, Neon White, Stellar Blade, and if we have time, we'll slot in Wish You Were Here, the Pink Floyd game, whatever the fuck it's called. Thank goodness you're here, and Forgotten City. How does that sound? And then we'll start Great Ace Attorney on the 26th. And then after the Great Ace Attorney, I'm taking a week off. Okay, so now the question becomes, What do we want to start with? Let's do an order. Can we cancel this poll? Do we want to go Sifu, Neon, Stellar, or Stellar, Sifu, Neon? Well, I wasn't trying to do a poll. I thought it would say the formatting. It didn't. Okay, there we go. We just have to paste this in. Sifu first. Why you want Sifu first? Neon last. Wow. Wow. Okay. Now just do another poll that's just which one last, and then whichever one wins on each of them is fine. All right, so Sifu first. All right, so we're gonna be playing Sifu on Tuesday. All right, so Sifu Tuesday, Chicken Wednesday, Beef Thursday. Okay, we'll do Sifu Tuesday, and then when we're done, we'll play whichever one comes next, and then the last, it will be either Neon and Stellar. Okay. Not even today, Lama. We're playing Vampire fucking Crawlers! What? Fuck is this? Say Sifu backwards? Too fit. King Bible, deal 40 damage and knockback, chance to knockback. Oh, King Bible is like the best thing to get in the original Vampire Survivors. Okay. It's a relic. Combo stack. Play cards in ascending mana cost order for a combo multiplier. Okay. Interesting. Me and my coffee's ready. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay, maybe we're gonna be playing Sifu. So there was waves of them. Did they attack us? They're about to attack us. Okay, you don't get attacked in this game. I'm getting some big Vampire Survivors vibes right now. Axe, deal 45 damage to multiple enemies with a chance to knock back. Vampire Survivors is a game that is near and dear to my heart. I played it a lot, actually. I was introduced to it pretty early on when it came out from Wuggy, who I think probably got it from watching Northern Lion. And I played it a bunch. It's a very kind of just turn your brain off and just have something going on in the background sort of game. It's almost like lo-fi beats to study to. You can just kind of vegetate and think about some things. I find those games really interesting to just sit around and just think about something else while the game is going on in the background. It was also a really good game to play with the kids on my lap on my Steam Deck when the Steam Deck wasn't broken. This is very faithful to its presentation and everything so far. I'm surprised. What is this game though? Like, feels like a deck builder, but some people in chat have like said some things about this game that doesn't really bode well. Great podcast game. It is a great podcast game, yeah. It's like, yeah, it is like an old kind of dungeon master captive sort of game. We have 2 mana. Deals 45 damage to multiple enemies with a chance to knock back. Deal 40 damage with a chance to knock back. What do you mean? What's the difference between multiple enemies or not? I don't understand. So far they're all doing damage to multiple enemies. Oh, it's divided. Oh, so it's 8 damage to all of them. This is also 8 damage to all of them, but can knock back. This can crit. Whereas this does 45 thinking time. Huh? I don't get it. Why is this doing 15 damage? It's 45 times 2? Oh, so multiple enemies just means 2? They only have 15 health. Oh, is it? Why did it only hit some of them on the back row but not others? I should have done knife first. Well, this one's doing 16. I don't get it. Why is this doing 8 and 6? Is there some sort of armor that they have? Or what? I don't understand. It's fine. Spinach. Might deal 10% more damage. I would prefer to always be dealing 10% more damage, but okay. When do we get garlic? Garlic is the worst fucking thing, but it's just the best. It just feels the best. I love having garlic. Okay. Well, the gems are there. Oh, we should have done fucking... I'm so bad at this game. Oh my god, is that a coffin? Is there actually vampires in this one? Okay. Oh, we have 3 mana now. When did we get 3 mana? Because we leveled up? To be fair, garlic is delicious. Garlic is delicious, yeah. Uh-oh, it's a boss. Okay, so we knife me. Spinach me. So it played twice because it... Okay, so 162. Oh, shit. Leveled up, choose a reward, Santa Water. Deal 60 damage, burns enemies after this turn. It's free for some reason. Okay. Oh, spinach just keeps stacking forever. What did we get? Thank you, Crawler, but the vampire is in another coffin. Yay! Treasure chests? Antonio joins the Crawler. Where's Ollie? Town Hall tracks your unlocks. Settings, a graveyard seems the most appropriate place for a settings menu. Sure, why not? World map, venture forth with your party and Arcana, adventure awaits. Okay, let's go into the unlock thing. Rescue Antonio in the average Italian countryside. Found these pancakes in the tutorial. Reached level 10. Oh my god. What the fuck? Instant movement, invert pan. I prefer my pans to be the usual type. Rotate map with player, power saving mode, auto end turn, 3D card view. Okay, any settings we should change? Motion blur. The game is a smidge loud. Is it? Okay, let me turn it down a smidge. Thank you for letting me know. Turn it down a smidge. Okay. All right, so we're going to be playing this today and then Sifu on Tuesday. If I get really bored of Vampire Crawlers, we will start Sifu today. So now you have to stay around if you only care about Sifu. Engagement. So we'll do that today. And then we will do Sifu on Tuesday. What came first in the play it last poll? Also Sifu or what? Stellar Blade? All right, so we're going Sifu, Neon White, Stellar Blade. Okay, so that's what we're doing. That's how we're playing these games, and then we're going to be playing Greatest Attorney Part 2 after all that. And if we have time, we will do Forgotten City and/or Golden Idol DLC and/or Wish You Were Here. I Want You to Be Here. Whatever the fuck the name of the game is. That's what we're going to be doing. All right, I'm going to pour out my coffee before I go. Thank you to Automata for the 82 months. Hey Joe, I haven't watched streams in a while and I feel like I missed a dozen in-jokes and I'll be repeating for the next 7 years. Any upcoming game you're looking forward to? What do you think of the Henry bit and pegging your Barden, Automata? Any upcoming you're looking forward to? Not really, to be honest. I don't know. There's no games that... I'm looking forward to playing some of the games we just listed off, but like not really that are upcoming. I'm not really keeping track of that, to be honest. Is there a game the chat is looking forward to? Star Wars Galactic Racer, actually. I hope it's good. I don't really like racing games. I like Mario Kart, but that's about it. Anyway, let me go pour my coffee out. It's like, take me 30 seconds. And by sugar, I mean sweetener, but you know. That's how it is. Okay, so I don't understand. So that was the tutorial, now we start again, or what? World map. This is a very weird opening. Once a thriving haven, now a dumping ground for evil. A vampire is said to be the root of this evil, but we can find only mayhem and roast chicken. Okay. Unlocks difficulty Mad Forest. It's a Mad Forest. Oh, you can actually move around. Oh, for some reason I don't like that. Okay. Whip. Antonio, add 3 armor, crawler. These are all free. Whipping is free. Crawler, deal 10% more damage when a red card is played. This is a...
Stronger.
Okay. Magic Wand, deal 30 damage, prioritize attackers. Keen Bible, 40 damage with chance to knock back. Increases your luck. Increase your luck to get 4 choices. Deal 40 damage and crit. So does it always crit or is it a chance to crit? I think we want King Bible to spend our fucking energy, right? Oh, it moved this forward automatically. Oh, am I gonna end up playing this all weekend? Where's armor coming from? Oh, so some cards that you play persist between combats?
Whip it, I say.
Naja warned me specifically not to play this game.
Welcome.
Oh shit, we took damage! Okay, Antonio.
To your aid.
Wait, so it lasts for... add 3 armor. So it adds 3 armor to the deck?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, apparently. The comments are gonna be wild. Are they really? I'm sorry. Okay, evil bat.
Attack. Stop.
This is just looks like this. So true, so true. Magic wand. Let's go magic wand. Okay, we got some wall chicken. Thank you, Ego Raptor, for making that persist in the gaming zeitgeist.
Farewell.
Hey Joe, are you playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy in 2033 when it's done? I would love to, yeah. Like, unironically, I would love to. I would love to go through those games, yeah. We need to play Chaos Game, too. Man, I can't believe we're finally playing Sifu. End of an era.
To your aid. Attack. I say.
Don't know why it took so long. Okay. Prioritize attackers. So, are they all attacking, or I don't get this, man. So this is like a single target move. Level up. Huh? Wasn't it already at 40? Now it's 50. And it's free? You get to play a card for free when you level up. It's our turn again for some reason. Okay, the boss bat is here.
My strength is your shield.
It's not going well. When do I get snake bite?
Attack. Farewell.
Holy shit, he's tanky. Alright, we won. Okay. Okay, this kind of sucks so far, so chat was right, yeah? Apparently the first run is kind of boring. Shovel. Where are we digging? Oh. We dug down to the next level? Gem Hammer. Unlocks the ability to add gems to cards. Find gems in chests when leveling them up. Okay. Double damage. Hits twice as hard. Cash out. What do you mean? Oh, instead of taking it, I can just take money? Hits twice as hard. Let's put it on... Okay, I don't get it. This King Bible is glowy, but it's the same. Oh, is it just the lighting? Like light source is just hitting this card specifically in a weird way? Yeah, okay, they're the same. Okay, let's upgrade it. How do I get over there? Can't. I have to go the other way. Okay. Interesting. All right, so double spinach and then King Bible, and then we just win. Nope, we don't win. We don't win at all. Okay. Armor, Antonio, whip. Okay, armor seems pretty good. All right. Whip, magic, King Bible. Okay, I'm guessing a lot of this is going to become second nature the more I play, but, you know, I'm a little confused about some of the stuff that's happening on screen right now with, like, when is an enemy attacking me, when is it not? I don't really understand how the damage is being calculated either, but that's okay. Reminds me of Dicey Dungeons. Would I like Dicey Dungeons?
To your aid. Attack. Start.
I think you would.
Yes.
It's Dicey Dungeons. Sorry to put shade on the guy because, you know, it's a habit I'm trying to kick. Is Dicey Dungeons the game that Jonathan Blow played and said that it was fake RNG because he knows true RNG when he sees it? Or am I thinking of a different game? Isn't this the same fucking layout?
Stronger.
Stronger. What does that mean? He was like upset that the game was like he got so many numbers in a row or something like, and he was like the game isn't doing fair RNG, something like that. Maybe it's a different game. Oh, you can move the card around. That's fun. Yeah, it could have been a joke. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fuck it. I have to remember that people take people out of context all the time. Yeah, it might have been a joke. Especially when they've said shitty things on Twitter and people might want to make them look even worse than they already are. Yeah, it's true. Maybe it was a joke. Oh, +1 mana forever?
My strength is your shield.
XCOM 2 straight applies to you, but the actual odds are. Is that true? Because I've heard that's a meme in those games. You know, like 99% chance to hit when really it's a coin flip. Is that true, or is it just people coping?
I say.
2 does? Does it really? XCOM lies in your favor. Huh?
Farewell.
How could you lie about odds in your favor?
To your aid. Yes.
Are we talking to you right now? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played them. That might be a fun stream series to do one day, like maybe next year or something, going through an XCOM thing. That might be fun. I don't know.
Welcome.
For example, it says 95% chance to hit when it's really 99%. Junk. Isn't that still bad? Because it might make you think that you have a lower chance to hit and you might do something else instead? Isn't... Choose a reward. Level up. Stick another King Bible. Mess? I think we're doing Telltale Mess this year. Okay, another it's twice as hard. I feel like King Bible is the play. I feel like we're doing a lot of AoE stuff. You know what? Let's do Magic Wand. Let's double Magic Wand. Ooh, the hammer. Okay. And now we're just digging down. On lower difficulties, you get when you miss shots, you get an invisible accuracy buff until you hit again, so it cheats in your favor on that occasion. If I remember correctly, everything else is true RNG. Okay. I don't like that though. Why don't you just tell me that that's happening? Because otherwise, like, I might, like, let's say if it told me, let's say the tooltip is saying I have a 70% chance to hit, but it's really 95%. Like 70% chance, I might be like, I'm gonna go undercover and do some like utility thing instead. Whereas if I knew it was 90%, I would probably attack.
My strength is your shield.
You sound a lot like Jonathan Blow right now. Alright, mash! Shit, I didn't get him. Okay, choose a reward, more spinach. Would you take the 95% shot and miss and be mad? I would, yeah.
Farewell.
How do I draw more cards in turn? I really want a bag of prepared business. Okay, so Apparently the game gets more interesting after the first run. You unlock some stuff you can do. So let's just like stick with it for a bit. Because right now I'm not really feeling this. It feels very kind of just like running around, being a vacuum cleaner and sucking at monsters. I wish Vampire Stories is the same as bad in all runs. I don't know if I agree with that. I can understand why someone might not like Vampire Survivors or any of the Bullet Heaven games for sure. They don't demand a lot of you, but when you're just looking for something that it's kind of like, to me, they're in the same place as an idle game, in the sense that an idle game is something that you're not playing at all. Really, you're just watching like your fish tank, right? Whereas Bullet Heaven games are just one step up from that, where you still have to do some input. You're going to keep your hands busy, but it is still kind of like watching a fish tank. It's just that you get to move a fish. So it's just enough. And if you're not looking for that kind of game, then yeah, absolutely, it's not going to be for you, you know. But sometimes you're in the mood for something like that. I find them quite relaxing. In recent years, the past like 6 years or so, I've had issues with anxiety for the first time in my life, and I feel very blessed that it took this long, by the way. And I find that games like that can really help, like, provide some sort of distraction and turn your brain off, or switch part of your brain off at least, so you can just kind of, you know, not think about it.
Wicket! Ah, farewell.
This FX is kind of loud. Is it really? I have to go back to town for the settings, so I'll turn it down a little bit more. Is that okay?
My strength is your shield.
Okay, I don't like that. I'm just adding more and more cards to my deck. I'd rather keep it lean. Double damage. Okay. Fucking Bible again.
Attack!
Bible.
Ice welcome.
Why are these here? Some sounds are almost inaudible. Okay, we'll fuck with the sound settings when we get back to town. Sorry about that.
Whip it!
Whip it!
Nice.
What are we gonna do if Pragmata unironically gets a Narrative of the Year nomination, a Jeff Keighley's award? What are we gonna do? There's no way, right? I don't know. Yahtzee cried at the end, so it's possible that it is resonating with people. It's better than Metaphor? I don't think the story was better than Metaphor. Maybe something... Nah, the world building Metaphor was actually kind of interesting. I don't think it was better than Metaphor in any sense of the story.
Whip it!
Whip it!
Attack! Ice welcome.
This is a lot of enemies.
Stronger.
Another dad streamer, Maximilian, also cried. I think it resonated with a lot of people from what I've seen. There you go. Meanwhile, on the Joe Andy stream, fucking just cackling at the end.
Whip it. Farewell.
Do. Joe hates stories. I hate stories. It's true. Oh, are we dead? Is this the end? No, it's fine. Let's take an axe. Another gem. Okay. Seems like it's the dads projecting their own kids onto a Nothing Burger Robo child, which is understandable, but she was quite cute. They did. I think that her characterization was pretty good in the sense that she obviously like isn't a kid because she can do things like hack stuff, but she's still really presented as a kid. Like I think they did a good, without her being annoying. You know what I mean? Like yeah. But maybe it's just because Hugh was even worse.
To your aid. Attack.
Do you use kids to make idle games as a new habit because my anxiety and bipolar is beginning me to again, Joe? I mean, they could, yeah. Like sometimes a game can do that. It's certainly better than drinking, right? I remember when I told my therapist about how like my coping mechanisms when it comes to stuff like that, and I said, you know, sometimes I'll play a game. Usually I'll go to the gym and I'll do workout. I'll do try and distract myself. And she nodded and said, you know, that's a very healthy habit. You know, that's really a really good thing you did to yourself. And I was so fucking angry. I don't know why I can't take a compliment. I was so mad. Oh, all right, permanent stat boost. Sacrifice. Let's sacrifice the spinach. Okay, what stat boost did we get permanently? Was it the spinach itself? It became a permanent? Did you tell you can't take compliments? Yeah, I did, yeah. Oh, we can end turn E early, okay.
Stronger. I say, start. Yes.
I also told her that I really dislike inconveniencing people or feel like I'm wasting people's time. So there's a very real possibility that if she gives me advice, I might just lie to her and say that the advice is working. So she feels like she's doing a good job. So she doesn't feel bad that I'm wasting her time. And she didn't know what to say to that. So as you can tell, I was very honest in therapy, but like at the same time, it's like, yeah. All right. TMI wrote to mine. Is it the therapist or right now on the stream? Maybe it's TMI. Sorry. Okay, we're out. So it ends turn automatically if you're out of energy and you can't do anything else.
Whip it.
I know, using games as a coping mechanism. So just because something is bad for you doesn't mean you shouldn't do it if it's still better than the thing you're currently doing. So a really, really good example of this is that if you're currently smoking cigarettes, like vaping is not good for you, but vaping can be a better way to, and this has changed now, so I might be giving bad information, so please do your own research here when it comes to vaping. If you're smoking, and smoking is a really bad habit, switching over to vaping might be like a path to giving up both, right? So switching the habit with vaping, just like nicotine patches probably aren't really all that great for you, but like using nicotine patches is better than smoking, getting your nicotine that way, right? So it might be better to go that path. So even though like using games as a coping mechanism might not be good for you, but you know, if your current coping mechanism is doing absolutely nothing or drinking, then maybe that's a better way of doing it, right? So it depends on what you're currently doing. Take another axe. It's bad at me. I told mine the only reason I trust therapists is that if they talk about me, I can ruin their life, and she got really mad at that. Wait, what?
My strength, attack. Whip it.
Holy. Let's do whip.
Welcome.
Oh, nah, it didn't work. Oh no, you can attack it now. Okay. Oh shit. Oh god, we're dead. We're dead. We're so dead. Yeah, we're dead. Runs over. It's not over. It is over. Game over. Done. Okay, so I feel like we couldn't have played that any better. So it's like this is each run you can only go a certain length. New unlocks: Empty Tome, collect 2 mana orbs, reach level 10, Hollow Heart, Duplicator, play Magic Wand cards 25 times, destroy 20 light sources, Fire Wand. The Inn, Crawler Selection, collect 250 coins, Power Up Shop, Inlaid Library, reach level 10 in the Mad Forest, level 10. Did we reach level 10? Oh, level 10 of our character. Gem Hammer, find the Gem Hammer relic, return gem, play 300 cards. Okay. So we're turning SFX volume down to here. And then we can turn the game up a little bit more now. Oh shit, I just lost my whole entire window. No, now I see the idle game, no. So I mean, legally they can't talk about you, not that I'm blackmailing them. Yeah, I understood that. It's just still kind of a harsh thing to say is all. Alright, save changes. Okay, so what's the shop do? Attacks deal splash damage 10% per rank. That seems pretty good to turn all attacks into splash damage. Does splash mean it hits everything, or does splash mean that it's only like the enemies next to it? I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Increased duration crawlers stay by 1 per rank. Okay, we can't afford any of these, so we only have 400 gold. Oh, we can get luck. Increase luck by 20% per rank, increase max health, might, reroll. Right, reroll might be pretty good. Reroll usually is a good thing to have in these games. What does chat suggest? Duration? Let's go luck. I want to go luck. Okay, there we go. So now we just do another run. Inlaid Library, Mad Forest. Okay, so now we go to the new level. Okay, so apparently the game gets better on your second run. Luck is a skill, that's true, luck is a skill.
Stronger.
Okay, incredible starting here.
Yes. Wicket.
Wicket! Ooh, Fire Wand, let's take Fire Wand. That's the garlic guy. Oh, you could find these in the world too. Oh wow, that's a good thing to get.
Oh, farewell.
Are you a math therapist? No, I stopped going a while ago. I think I was doing it over the computer. I think I'd rather do it in person if I was to try again. Gain 3 max health destroy. So you use this in inner turn and then it goes away forever. Or we can increase the area stat. How much by? Oh, it's a gem. Oh, I didn't understand it was a gem. I thought it was increasing this up here.
Attack. Welcome.
Monthly therapist? Actually, it wasn't a monthly therapist. Connect and continue combos. What? Incomplete combination, choose a reward? What does that mean? Ooh, increases amount stat, hits twice as hard. Increases might stat? What do you mean amount? It whips twice? Add 1 amount. need to remember when I see them to try and mash ahead of time. Needs to be pre-mashing. Always be mashing.
To your aid. Haha.
Little Clover, add 10% luck, destroy. Okay, so it's giving you a shit ton of cards that you use in matches and it stays around. Or is it just 10% luck for this fight? Are these like utility buffs are on the right and combat buffs are on the left, or what?
Whip it.
Wild combo with any cards. How was your experience with the vet monk? Then really good. The vets are good here.
Start.
Oh, this is like a big fight. Shit.
I say, welcome.
That was the wrong order there. Shit. It's easier to get healthcare for your pets in Monk than it is to get healthcare for yourself because you have to pay for it. So yeah.
I say.
It's really fucked up the situation that healthcare currently is in Moncton, at least. I'm not sure if it's spread throughout entire Canada, but I think so. Let's get a duplicator. Increases a mount stat, it adds increased armor, increases might stat. Let's do a mount again. Oh, we're running out of gems. What if we take a gem and we don't have a card to put it on? Does it just catch? No, dude, don't leave it! Oh, fuck.
To your aid.
Have you tried wearing a fursuit? Oh, passing myself off as a dog? Yeah, that would be good, yeah. Amount, fire one more projectile. Okay, so does this mean, is this a buff for the next time I use an attack, or is it here for the whole entire fight? Okay, we have too many buff cards.
Start. Attack. Start.
What? Yo, what'd I do?
Ah. Farewell.
Oh, I fucked that up. Should have done the fire one.
Stronger. I say. Attack. Whip it.
Is Canada's healthcare system so bad that you wish we had America's healthcare system? Purely selfishly, yes. Because I'm in a position that I could afford to go to the doctor and actually have a doctor see my kids as well. So purely selfishly, yes. Societally, no. Because I feel like we're just in a bad place right now and we'll get through the slump. And it'll be okay. But it's real bad. Like, it is almost impossible to see a doctor in Moncton. Months to go to the doctor, beats never going at all by leagues. I wish it was months. We have been on the list to get a family doctor in Moncton since we got here, and there's still no movement on that whatsoever. There is some online online stuff and alternative things that you can go through now, but they're not that great, and they're kind of like in this weird legal gray area, and I don't fully understand them, so they scare me. Let's get a magic wand. In my area, you have to call and specific window to get on a list. Yep. Oh, draws a card. Returns to your hand after playing. Sorry, if I put that on a one that costs 0, don't I just win forever? Or does it just only... Does it only work once? Once per turn doesn't say? Oh, okay, it's one of those games where it doesn't tell you shit. Okay, that's based. What was the game that we played recently and it was full of that shit where it just doesn't say? That looks like a Final Fantasy VI enemy. Mugenics, that was it, yeah.
To your aid. Aha.
Why are they so tanky?
Start. Yes.
Guiding light shows breakable light sources on the minimap. What about other breakable things? Hand, increase the number of cards dealt at the start of turn. Oh, that's good. Card draw is really good. Card draw is really good. Yeah, I don't know if you're in the New Brunswick area too, Chatter. The person you just said about like having to call in a window. Yeah, that's how it is here too. You have to usually only open their phones for about maybe an hour a day, usually around noon, maybe 11 a.m. And everyone has to call to make their appointments that they're going to do that day. And if you don't, if the receptionist is just too busy taking calls in that time and doesn't get to you, then you don't get to see the doctor. It's really, really bad.
Welcome.
I think Duplicator is probably better. Max Health isn't really helping us right now. Sounds like UK, not gonna lie. Is it like that in the UK now? It wasn't like that when I was a kid in the UK. It wasn't like that when I was a kid in Canada either. It's a new thing. Is it due to a lack of doctors? Is it much more complicated than that? It's due to a lack of doctors. There aren't enough doctors in Canada. Okay. Why is there a little arrow there? Is that trying to say that there is this chest is next to it, or is it saying that this is where the shovel is going to spawn, and this is where you're going to go down after you do this fight? Let's see. On purpose, Canada is like #1 on privatized healthcare hit list. #2 is UK. Yeah, there is a theories that it's on purpose in order to make the system collapse, so privatized healthcare systems can move in and get some profit from it. Yeah, which is really sad. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, people say it. Might increase damage. Okay, so it wasn't, I don't know what that line was. Maybe it was a light source that was highlighting on the map. Okay. We still only have 2 energy. I wish I had 3 energy. All right, so let's go here. I'm gonna say, let's draw a card and see what we get. Okay, and now I think that we duplicate, spinach, and whip. Clover's free, armor's free, armor's free, armor is free. Why are they shining? I thought it was just the more cards that you play at combos. Is there meant to be like a combo color that you do? Fire 3 more projectiles. I'm not understanding the combo system right now, but that's okay. Okay, duplicator, spinach, whip, spinach, and then whip. Yeah, just a times 1. Why aren't you fighting? Was this something about like if you go in ascending order, like do zeros first, then your ones? 660 damage. Oh my god. Okay, and now these are going. So if I use a 1 now. Let's go another nice ones. Choose a gem. Area increases might stat, adds armor. So will it add armor to whenever I use this and get some armor? Adds 2 armor. That seems pretty good. This is so weird that you just dig a tunnel down. This game is so creatively jank. Does that make sense? How do you become creatively jank? And now this combos. And now does the combo keep going or no? No, now you lose the combo stack. Might increase damage. Mana! Yay! We got more mana. We love mana. Come back when you have cards with the gem slots, or cash out and take coins instead. Okay, let's come back and see if we get a card. I feel like the gem is worth more than the money.
To your aid.
Okay, can I do 0 and then do a 1? Yeah, so the bonus keeps going.
Aha! I say.
I say. Is this emote new? Because because it slapped. Which emote? We had some new emotes for Great Ace Attorney.
I say.
Dude. Magic wand.
You're welcome.
Went down. Okay. Duplicated fire. Oh shit. Empty Tomb adds 1 mana. Golden Armor adds 4 armor. Empty Tomb. Can we add a gem to it? No. Okay, Tonio,
My strength is your
and then
shield.
Fire Wands.
Yes.
And then Armor, and then Magic Wand to draw.
Whip it.
And then that got a 1. And then Wish.
Start.
Horrible turn. Add 1 mana. Forever? Or just this turn? Like, sorry, for this combat or just this turn? Alright, then we Spinach. And then we Magic Wands. And we Duplicator. And we
Farewell.
I'm gonna guess that having 1 big combo is better than multiple small combos. Alright, so it's just for this turn. You get an extra mana. Okay, so you need card draw to go along with this, because right now we're not even using this. Okay.
To your aid.
How do we get card draw? We have 5 cards, so it's probably pretty good to have this in our hand sometimes, but yeah, not sure. I guess we play it. It's free, so it's fine. Okay.
Yes. Whip it. I say.
Shit. Ghosts. Whip. No armor. No. Fuck. Fire wands. Armor. Spinach. Oh, I should have went armor spinach before doing that, so I would buff the attacks I was gonna do. Let's take another axe. And my axe. It's free, so I can play the 1 before I play this then, right? Because it's free. Yeah. I like the axe. Okay, 0. 1, 2. Nice.
My strength is your shield.
Uh-oh, he's a tanky boy. Whip, spinach, magic wand. Oh, he's dead. Okay, I want to hit the chest. Return, choose a gem. Return to hand after playing. Increases might stat. Increases area stat. So can we return this? Returnal on the axe? Shoutouts to the only doctor in my city that does colonoscopies who unironically has a 3+ year long wait list. God damn it. Imagine being that doctor and just knowing you have all that ahead of you. Holy shit. What?
Whip it. Yes.
Just Canada things? Yeah. Yeah, I hate to complain about it, by the way, because like to me it's like straight up barbaric that the United States doesn't have universal healthcare. But then I'm living in a country right now where in the past, some point in the past 10 years, it feels like the universal healthcare system up here is just completely collapsed. But I don't know what the reasons for that are. But yeah, it's really bad. It's probably still good in big cities. It's just anywhere outside of like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, that sort of thing. I wonder what it's like in Halifax. But here in Moncton, it's real bad. Sprig of spinach. Oh, let's take a sprig of spinach. We can put a gem in that one too. Okay, might area adds armor. Should we add armor to the sprig of spinach? Sure, why not? Now we're getting some armor from it. Okay. Oh, this area is a lot bigger than the other one. Shit. Okay, mana me, duplicate me, axe me. And then Axe comes back. Why is it... Oh, we can't play it because we don't have any mana for it. Okay, in turn. Little Clover. Okay, Whip, Spinach, Magic Wands, Spinach. Dead. The frame of it being primarily universal versus private is almost certainly because there is an intentional push to private. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, am I just feeding into that by saying I wish there was a way that I like we could still have universal healthcare, but there was a way that if someone can afford it, they can pay. But now that's just basically that people that have money just get better healthcare, and that's fucking like. Sorry to bring that word back. I think that's evil. I don't think you if you have more money that you should live a longer and healthier life than someone who doesn't. I feel like as people we should not accept that.
Start. Welcome.
That doesn't sit right with me at all. But at the same time, like, what if there's a bunch of people in my position right now that, like, to be clear, I'm not like wealthy or anything like that, but I could afford to take the kids to the doctor, right? So maybe better off than most, right? So if I'm better off than most, and if I can pay and other people can't, can my money go toward funding better services for them, and it's win-win? But at that point, I still am getting better service, and I don't like that. But would it still be better? It's like what I came back to, like what I said earlier about, like, just because this situation isn't great, it's still better than what we have. I don't know. I don't like it. That's called taxes, Joe. Taxes do work that way, but we're talking about like actually paying directly for a service that will fund other people to have the service. Duplicate into Sprig. Will we have any mana left after that? We won't, will we? We could do a whip after that. No, we want to do some damage. Fire Wand Axe. Why would a doctor accept more money instead of less money? Even in the most socialized medical system, you can always skip the queue equals legally or illegally. I don't see how I can skip the queue in Canada right now. There is no option that I know of. Maybe there is, and I just haven't looked into it enough. But there are some services that are online or on your phone that you can get some services done. I think it's Maple. Is it Maple, something like that? But yeah. I'm not aware of like a family doctor that is seeing kids in my area that you can pay for. That the only way to see them is to pay for it. Higher taxes will help. I agree, Balder. Yeah. In general, that's an oversimplification though, so I don't know if the lack of money from taxes is the problem in Canada, or it's just how the money is spent.
Stronger.
Because it's on purpose. Like the system failing is the point.
Attack. Whip it.
Touching on something that goes beyond just socialized versus private healthcare too. Rural small town healthcare can really suck in the US too. Oh, can it? I thought because you have to pay for it, I thought there would be more of an incentive there for it to be more readily available. It's true. It kind of like I have to not think about it that if I was in Toronto and I had a heart attack, I would probably live. If I have a heart attack in Moncton, I'm probably dead. Like I don't think I'm getting to the hospital in time. Like I'm not gonna be saved. Whereas if I was in Toronto, I probably would. So yeah, it fucking drives me pretty crazy. Just don't have a heart attack. Yeah, exactly. Gotta go back on the gym grind as much as possible.
Yes. I say farewell.
I should have done that one first. Okay, so sometimes it's good to start the combo off with a 1 instead of a 0, or start the play off with a 1 and then combo into it. Alright, so let's Empty Tomb, Spinach, Sprig, then Magic Wands, Armor, Whip. There's also the fact that USA pays over double in taxes what national healthcare systems in other countries need, but still also have to pay healthcare privately on top of that. I have heard that, yeah. I've heard that a lot of taxes still go to your healthcare system down in the States.
My strength is your shield. Start.
Don't quite understand the resistance to moving over to a different system, but hey, I'm in a system where it's broken, so who knows. Oh, just to be clear, by the way, a lot of things I've said today are coming from someone who's, you know, self-diagnosed as an idiot. Like, I don't know what the real issue is. Like, I don't really know what the real solution is. I'm just saying that right now it's just a bad thing to put up with. Like, I don't like what I'm currently having to deal with the healthcare system in Canada at the moment. I don't know what the solution, I don't know what the problem, I just know the effects of the problem. Sprig, sacrifice a card to get a permanent stat boost. So if I sacrifice this card, will I get permanent 20% more damage and add 2 armor? No, just 20 damage, the armor goes away. Okay, so the gems don't get taken. So it's basically like picking a card and it's just played forever at the beginning of every single time of a thing. At the beginning of every match. Yeah, okay. There is a chance I will die before the Witcher video is done, yeah. But that's always been the case. Could have died one day into it. Let's do Fire Wand for the damage. Yeah. No. See, this was a really bad turn. I should have played all those cards first and then started doing the combos. Okay. That was really, really bad. All right, so let's do Duplicator. Let's do Magic Wands. Let's do Fire. Let's do Axe. We can't. Okay, we have 3 mana, so we can do 0, 1, 2 with the Axe. That's probably the best thing. 0, 1,
2. To your aid.
Okay. Fire Wands, and Axe. Okay. We have 3 mana, and we have 1 mana to play. You draw a card. Let's draw the card first. Fire Wand. Alright, so now let's duplicate, and let's just play everything else before we get to this one. Armor, Tome, Healthcare should be based on if you can answer the doctor's riddles 3. Alright, the boss is up there. What's this one then? This is the side boss. Okay, whip, duplicate, axe. This gives us armor. Do we want to buff? We're at 60. Excuse me, we're already at 60%. I think duplicate is worth more than a spinach. Oh shit! It's Ghost Pirate. Okay, empty. Okay, so we only have 1 mana to play here. This can draw a card. Let's draw the card first. Duplicator. Alright, let's play that. And then just play the rest of them. Yeah.
To your aid.
We leveled up. First King Bible. The King Bible is here. No, I want to play the card.
Yes.
I'm not playing this slop. It is a bit sloppy. I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not hooked, I gotta say. And I was immediately hooked by Vampire Survivors, but right now I'm not hooked. Whip and Fire Wands. Sifu. I think it might be a little too late to switch over to Sifu. We've already been live for 3 hours. I don't know. Am I doing something wrong, chat? Anyone who played this game have any like backseating advice? I'm actually asking for. Always hitting for 14. Backseat advice that for like how this could go better. Why is it doing 726 damage? Wow. He's still not dead? What the f- What are you made of? Where's your health? Okay. Hold on.
Stronger.
Well, apparently we're playing it. Stronger.
I say. Whip it.
Equip it! Return, nausea, and evolution. Deals spicy damage. Evolution. Fire Wand plus. Oh, I remember evolutions from the first game. Okay, so what does the evolve do? So we're combining 2 cards, and we're making deal 225 damage with chance of knockback. Does the knockback mean that it can't hit me? We desperately need some fucking wall chicken. Well, okay, let's see. 3? 3? I don't know if I can get to 3. Oh, I can get to 3. Empty tomb. Empty tomb. No, I still can't get to 3. I can't combo. Okay, and then we do spinach. And then we do hellfire. Amazing. Okay.
Welcome.
Zero, 1, 2. And that's all of our mana, so it doesn't really matter what we do after that. So, 0, 1, 2. Maybe duplicate would have been better damage there. I don't really understand what duplicate does, to be honest with you. Does it make it hit one more target, or is it just straight up doubling the damage, the base damage? I'm not sure.
To your aid.
Okay, I don't think we're winning this battle, but let's see. We have 69 max health. Nice. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, and that's all of our mana except for we have an extra one. So 0, definitely want to do spinach. So 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1. All right, so 0, 1, 2, and then 0. Shit. Chance of knockback. That's fine.
Welcome.
Okay, Hellfire. Hellfire is our whole ass turn. I don't think we can justify doing that. But if it kills it and knocks it back, does that mean we don't take damage? Like, is that what it means? If we... Hold on, let's whip. Whip. Maybe another fire one. Does getting this give us health when we use it? No, it's just max health. What? How do we get health back then? Okay, so 1 and 2 with extra mana. We can go 0, 1, 2. Probably want to 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1 over here. 0, 1, 2. And then 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, now he's doing 10 damage, which means we're dead unless we find some armor. Add 3 armor. Do we have any armor? I don't think we do we?
Stronger.
Oh, this gives... I thought this gave us armor cards. So this is for 5 turns, we deal more damage? Where's that coming from? That's not on the card. That's making red ones do 10% more damage? Why is that not on the card? I don't get it. Is that just the crawler effect? Or is this like crawler, each of them has a different crawler effect, and you just have to remember what they are, LMAO. Okay, so doing a bunch of zeros here into Hellfire seems like the best thing, and I want to see if the knockback will make it so he can't do damage. So let's go. So, quip, and then let's see. He's just dead. Okay. Okay, hits twice as hard. Hitting twice as hard on the evolved one we have is incredible, right? It doesn't have a gem slot. It is... I think I've been the problem with the recent stream upset, by the way. I think maybe I just need a break. I don't know. Just kind of too wound up a little bit. I think it's fine. It's easy to lose sight of things sometimes. Let's do Empty Tome. No, do I just want to do Hellfire? Just all the zeros and then Hellfire? Probably. Yeah. Spinach. Magic Wand. And then Hellfire. Sifu might fix your issues, you never know. Sifu might fix my issues with vampire crawlers, it's true. What is 102 up here for? One of the enemies has 102 armor. I have 2 armor, so we're pretty close. Let's go armor, duplicator, axe. Quit. Quit me. And this just wins, right? You haven't streamed for almost 18 months straight. I need to start streaming by. Streaming is by 012.
My strength is your shield. Yes.
I'm not seeing a good turn here. Just all the zeros in Hellfire? Yeah. No, I can do duplicate too.
Yes.
I do really like in this game how they are trying to make it feel like you're playing Vampire Survivors with the waves coming at you and you're using your spells and everything like that. It's cool. I like that it feels like that Vampire Survivals experience that we all know and love. We haven't got a knife in our deck right now. It's got a knife. Maybe the knife has an evolution that we have with one of our buffs. I wonder if it's good to prioritize getting to the chests when you get to a new level without doing fights, so you can see if you can fish out a new evolution or a buff or something like that. Well, yeah, air quotes love. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do love Vampire Survivors. It is a fun game. My kids have played it a bunch too. Okay, so even with the combo buff and ×2, this is still better. At what age should kids be allowed to date? Oh, the psychic damage that you just inflicted on me. Oh my god. Oh, I choose Rapture. Oh, fucking hell.
To your aid. Attack! Whip it!
Oh, fuck. When they're ready, yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's gonna depend on the kid, but honest to God, I don't think you get to decide that question as a parent. I think once they're at the point that they can date, there's no like putting your foot down saying no that is going to make it not happen. So here's my philosophy towards this sort of stuff, because dating is also linked to just becoming like sexually active, and becoming sexually active is a really big worry part when it comes to your kids getting older, because you obviously want them to be safe and secure, and also you don't want any problems with like pregnancy and stuff like that. So my and we'll see if I can stick true to this, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to when they get there. Like, my philosophy is going to be, I would much rather that once one of my kids is starting to date in their teens, and I know that they're probably going to be becoming sexually active, I would much rather like give them resources and like, give them information and even provide protection and even a safe place for them to explore that, rather than push them out, shame them for it, like deny them access to contraceptives, that sort of thing, and potentially mean like, they're still gonna have sex, but they're just gonna be doing it behind my back. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be doing it in like maybe in a bad space, like in a car somewhere or outside or anything like that. So like, yeah, I'd rather that be, you know. Also, I don't really feel like sex is a shameful thing. I don't really see it as a bad thing, but I also don't know how I'm gonna feel when reality hits me with like when my kids are old enough to have sex. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Places too? No, like to me, like if you want to bring your boyfriend or girlfriend over and go up to your room, you can close the door, and whatever is happening in there is none of my fucking business. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. I'd rather have a very frank conversation about it. I'm not going to be this kind of thing that if your boyfriend or girlfriend comes over, you're not allowed to go to your room. If you do go to your room, the door has to be open. If the door is open, I better be hearing music, or you know, that sort of thing. Like why are you talking about this? Because it was asked, and also it's interesting to think about what you're going to do when you get there, when you as a father. I have 4 kids, so like and one of them is almost a teenager, so I have to start thinking about these sort of things. It's not a bad question. I'm sorry, is it making you uncomfortable? My parents were not like that. And and then I just went behind their back. So it's all right. What are we doing? Antonio, duplicator, axe. Maybe there's some merit to going behind your parents' back with that sort of thing. I don't know. Not sure. Okay, armor, duplicator, axe.
My strength is your shield.
At what age should adults stop dating? 41. Okay, just a bunch of buffs and then just Hellfire?
You're welcome.
Okay, so can I just click on the cards or am I double clicking? If I click on it, okay, it goes through. So I don't have to fling them out. I can just click on it. Okay. Spinach, axe. Related, how would you approach teaching kids about online privacy when it comes to the services they use? Cough AI? I'm not really sure. Right now, the kids are not allowed to talk to anyone on the computer. I also have like a very kind of flippant rule that they're not allowed to watch any content that has someone with a face. If they are going to watch any YouTubers or anything like, they have to be vetted. But also, I don't like them actually like seeing someone there. I don't know why, but that's just like there's just something about the parasocial element there of being able to see a person they might be confused as actual person there that's in their life. I just don't like it. That sort of thing. Well, VTubers, no VTubers either. No. I don't know if that's right of me, by the way, but like that's just like a line in the sand that I put down for now. Spinach and then fire. They're not allowed to talk to AI. Finn started talking to ChatGPT about something. He didn't know it was a rule, by the way. He wasn't in trouble or anything like that. Even if he knew, he still wouldn't be in trouble. It's like trouble is a really bad thing to say, but like I just want to like be clear. Like, this is not like the kids are being punished or anything like that for doing something like that. But yeah, I found Finn when talking to ChatGPT. He didn't know what it was. He just like found a good search thing and then was talking to it about some stuff. And yeah, it was banned. Sorry for the second damage I caught. It's okay. You know what you were doing. What does this mean? Does this mean I'm gonna get like armor forever at every single turn, or am I gonna get armor at the start of every single combat? So now I have +1 armor. Okay, and what does that do? Oh God, why is this chest? Sacrifice cards of the correct color to unlock. So we have to sacrifice a yellow card and a red card. So let's sacrifice the duplicator because we only have 1 spinach. And now let's sacrifice a whip or the knife. I kind of feel like we have 2 whips. Let's sacrifice the whip. The losing the gem on this kind of sucks though. Okay, now what? What does it do? Come back when you have the cards with gem slot. What the fuck? Replaying Path of 2 now because of your influence. I'm generally flabbergasted by how much tutorial shit is in it. In the tooltips on the fucking load screens. This shit sucks. Holy shit. The load screens ones are really important. Yeah, make sure you're reading those. We just sacrifice cards and we don't even get to use the gem. I'm curious what the gem is. Wait, does that mean that there's not a evolution gem in there? Because otherwise I could be able to use it, right? Or do I need to have a empty gem slot to even see the gems to pick the evolution gem? If there's, I hope there's an evolution gem in there so we can find out. Combo with any cards. Okay, so does that mean that I could use like empty tome, combo the 1, and then combo it to the axe? Yo again? Have another. How about 2? So now we Antonio into Hellfire.
Stronger. Whip it.
Wonga. I think maybe just empty tomb, knife, magic wand, and then Hellfire again.
I say.
Whip.
Attack. Aha. Farewell.
Okay, I still don't have any fucking cards to use this fucking chest with. Cash, it's still only 200 coins, even though it was a special purple chest? Fuck. Man, I feel like I'm gonna die now without opening the fucking purple chest, and it's gonna bother me forever. Okay, so we can. Oh, if we had the mana one right now, we could combo up to Hellfire with a 3. Okay, so 0, 1, 2 with the axe, or we just 0 that and then Hellfire. I think Hellfire is probably more damage, even with the buff. Let's see.
To your aid.
Okay, so this is. Wait, what? But it's not a 2. It still combos even if it's ascending? I thought we had to go 0, 1, 2, 3 up there. No mana on Clover. Yeah, I understand it combos on anything, but I thought it just meant that it could just continue on with the line without having a mana cost. I didn't realize it could jump up like that. So would this have comboed even with Little Clover? It just keeps the combo going. Okay, so if this was a 0 and a 1, and I could play this, would it still be 12, 15 damage right now? I don't know. Okay, that kind of makes sense, but it's a little confusing to me right now. How much mana do we have? 1, 2... Do we have the draw card? We do have the draw card. Let's draw the card.
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's do spinach. Or now let's Little Clover, and then just, like, throw them all out.
Farewell.
Can we get more than one evolution, I wonder? Can I have another fire card and fire wand and thing to do that together? Okay, empty tome. I wish we had a draw. Oh, we do have a draw. Let's draw first. We got duplicator. That's probably worth it. Yeah, let's duplicator. Let's empty tome. Let's fire one. Let's whip. Bible. And then that's it. Oh, we got a card that we can go and open the chest now. Axe. Axe me a question. All right, we can go open the chest now. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm kind of digging the game a little bit more now. Now I'm understanding some more of the combos and things that you can do. It does feel kind of clunky to move around and everything like that, though. Okay, let's see. All right, returns to your hand after playing, draws a card, increases amount stat. Oh, this was not very good. I thought there was going to be special shit in here because it was a hard chest to open, but it's not. Okay, do I want to return a card? What would I return? Oh, it's just the axe. The axe can come back, or we can just make it so it draws a card. It's a 2, so drawing a card on the 2 isn't that great, but we do have a lot of 0-cost cards in our deck. Let's still draw. Okay, this chest kind of sucked. I guess it's deck thinning, though. I don't know how important deck thinning is to vampire crawlers. I've only just started crawling, so I don't know. Empty tome. Okay, so let's go duplicator, and then empty tome, into spinach, and then into Bible, and then knife. Okay. Oh, I didn't pay attention to how much armor we have at the beginning. Okay, so I feel like just Hellfiring here is the play. Magic wand first. Okay, and then we Hellfire.
Whip it.
Oh, whip.
Welcome.
Sorry, I will whip it. You even telling me? Okay, so now we have it. So if I play this, I have a 0-1 going. Oh, plus ×1 going. So if I fire wand into the 1, now I have a ×2 going. But this isn't buffed. It's only 2 cards that match it that are buffed. Okay? And it's multiplied by 2. So yeah, it was multiplying. It does make the combo go up to whatever card that you want with that one. Okay, makes sense. This is still better to do. Oh, is it? Yeah, it is. $14 damage. All right, we're fine. That is hard to see. Anyone else agree that's kind of hard to see? Like at a glance? Did they want to put like something around it or something like that? There's a lot of information on screen. It's kind of hard to see. No, you think it's easy to see? Okay, fair enough. Spinach. And then axe. And then we knocked it back so it can't attack us again. Okay, cool. All right, good. I should have Antonio'd first for the extra damage. All right, so knocking back seems really, really good. Which is also kind of like the Vampire Starters gameplay that we all know and love. I think we Hellfire first. Yeah, Hellfire.
I say.
And then magic. Whip. Empty tome. Can I knock back twice?
Whip it.
We'll never know. Okay. Yay! We did it. Garlic is unlocked. Pick up 5 floor chickens, evolve Fire Wand, reach level 15, find and play 10 little clover cards, play 2 dungeons, library West Wing, complete Inlaid Library, reach level 15 Inlaid Library, find the guiding light relic, defeat Nesufrito. Fryren. Okay, let's go to the shop. We have 2,000 money. What do we want to upgrade? Rerolling is probably pretty good. Rerolling is undoubtedly good, but rerolling is only good once you know about the combos and stuff, and I don't know the combos. I have no idea what the combos are, so I don't know what I'm fishing for in order to get them. Let's see. All right, attack, steal, splash damage. I don't even know what that means. Add 1 armor per rank. Is that armor every single combat? That's pretty good. Increases duration crawlers by 1 per rank. That's pretty good too. Gain 25% coins per... Oh, we need that one. We just need greed. That's just getting upgrades faster. We're going for that one. Gain 20 more XP per rank. That's also really good. Increases luck. Increases max health by 10%. Deal 20% more damage per rank. Heal 1 HP per rank after each encounter. Oh, extra health is pretty good. I want the coins. And I want the growth. All right, so we're doing that. Can I refund whatever I put in last time? I would like to refund all power-ups. Okay, can I get... And can I get this? Yes! All right, so we have some health now. All right. Okay. So this is done. Why can't I... Huh? Oh, it's already completed. It's just that this has a counter. The other ones just don't have a counter. Okay, fair enough. The mods are no longer an answer. Oh, what's going on? The Gorton Bell Inn. Relax with a pint of milk and ask mighty crawlers to join your party. Interesting. Antonio Belpezi. Add 3 armor when Antonio is played. Increase damage 10% when a red card is played. So that's the crawler effect that they do. And also starts off with 2 whips, an armor, and a spinach. And Imelda Belpezi is add 15 XP when Imelda is played. Gain 1 XP growth when a yellow card is played. Wow, that sounds like fun. Let's go with that one.
An admirable choice.
Okay, so we're playing as her now. Wait, hold on, what? She has... Oh, we didn't even see what her starter deck was until we did this. So 2 magic wands, an armor, and whatever the fuck that is. Okay, that's the orb that makes things come toward you. All right, so the Vampire Survivors devs love fucking Taco Bell, is what I'm learning. What's in the museum? Find the Stardust Anvil relic. Unlocks the... Okay, gems. Active. What do you mean active? Show how weapons will affect targets, plus you look hella cool wearing them. Instant Riz. Active means... Wait, this is always on? I get to keep relics from when I go? Playing cards... Oh yeah, and ascending... Okay, so I can turn these off. Oh, wow. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to turn... Oh, you can't turn Gem Hammer off. Shows aim positions and more on the mini-map. That's fun. Did you get the purple chest? I did, and it was really disappointing. Okay, so do I want to go back and try and finish Mad Forest? Or do I want to go to... Wait, what the fuck does this mean? No sane intruder would dare talk louder than a whisper in this labyrinth of bookshelves and cursed tomes. Inhuman forms stalk the halls, seeking long overdue revenge. Alright, so this is just a harder version of the library. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go to the bridge level. This handsome little bridge seems perfectly safe to cross. Definitely better than swimming anyway. Okay. It's just a straight line. No decisions on where to go. I like it. I like it. Reminds me of the bridge level in Halls of Torment, another bullet heaven game that is quite fun. I think Vampire Survivors is still the best one, but Halls of Torment is a good time too. This reminds me of the bridge level for Vampire Survivors. Was there a bridge level in Vampire Survivors? Draw 1 card. What if I combo it? Now it's 2 cards. Whoa! Add 21 XP.
Channel my magic.
Oh shit, we want to be doing this all the time. Fire wands? Area. Okay. Do I want to do that, or do I want to get a bunch of cards that I can add to get the gems when I open the chest? Let's go whip. It's free. What was the other one too? Every single time you play a yellow card, you get 1 XP. Okay, so we want to prioritize getting yellow cards. I've already fucked up. Oh, we're this is not going well.
Powering up.
I think we're out of our depth on this one. What does the armor mean?
Haha.
They're not, chat, they're not dying? Chat, they're not dying.
Perfection. Made you look.
Deal 10 damage to the front row, disarm. What does disarm mean? Does disarm mean when you play it, it just keeps playing forever and ever and ever? Empty Tome. Empty Tome is pretty good for us because we have draw card. I want garlic. Okay, what does disarm mean? High chance of preventing a single enemy attack. Free, card won't okay. Oh, it's not a constant damaging effect? Oh, what the hell did they do to they do to garlic? Look how they ruined my boy.
It is done.
I live on through disarm. Nice.
Our power grows.
Just leveling up in combat. Okay, duplicator is another yellow, and it gives us some extra value and also some free XP. So I guess we just keep doing it. I don't.
Smart.
I guess we weren't ready for the bridge level.
I say.
Yay! Okay.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, let's draw a card.
Smart.
Why didn't that give us? Why didn't that give us gems?
Okay, I helped.
Maybe it did. Okay, empty tomb. I kind of feel like I want the mana. What do we think, chat? Nah, magic wand, magic wand, magic wand, magic wand me. Okay. Okay, magic wand, garlic, armor. All right, it's going well. It's going well. We're getting up there. We're getting up there. All right, magic.
Your aid.
Another trapdoor. Okay, play it. All right, magic wand, the trapdoor.
Perfection.
Magic wand, duplicator, whip, fire wand. We're gonna be level 20 by the time this is over. All right, let's go.
Okay, I helped.
Okay, do we want the duplicator or do we want the garlic? I think we want the garlic. Okay, spinach for damage, or yeah, we want yellow cards. Yellow cards are really good for this character.
Our power grows. Yes.
Ooh, light tome. Add 2 mana for 1. That's way better than the 0 for 1 mana. Golden armor. The light tome must be good in evolution or some shit. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, it's free. What if I combo it? Oh.
Yes, made you look.
Interesting. The combo goes up higher. Ooh. All right, I don't know how we won this fight. All right, Nausea is here. Deals spicy damage. What the fuck does that mean? Returns to hand after playing. Okay, I'm seeing some big synergy with returning the mana card to our hand, or the draw card to our hand. But what is the spicy damage? Is spicy damage fun? Exhaling is just your lungs parrying carbon dioxide. No? Yeah, in a way, sure. I want to see what spicy damage does, but I also want to have like a card draw engine with I can't put it on it. You can't jam yellow fucking card. Okay, whatever. Fuck me then. Gee, okay. All right, time to lose. It's time to lose.
It is done.
Time to choose. It's time to choose. Fuck it, just play it. It's fun. All right. Hope we draw our mana card. We did not. Okay. We're so unbelievably dead. Aw, we're really dead. That's sad. I thought we were onto something here. I thought we were cooking, but it turns out we were burning in the kitchen.
Perfection.
Unless this kills enough that we go down to 3 damage. Okay, I guess we're not ready for bridge. Thoughts on zodiac signs? I like them. They're bullshit, but it's a kind of fun sort of bullshit. I like bullshit sometimes. Okay, so I guess we go back to the first level. So we're not ready for the bridge. That was a pretty big damage upgrade, actually. What does the 3 mean? Difficulty. So we were fine for 2, we weren't ready for 3, and this is 1. Let's go here and see if we can finish it. Exactly what a Scorpio would say. I am a Scorpio, yeah. So you're right. They're just vague enough that it makes sense.
Your aid.
Okay, let's get a Bible. Oh, fucking hell. Let's get a track board.
Made you look. Powering up.
I forgot, what did people say about the dragon and metaphor so that I can dismissively say you weren't playing well enough?
I say. Smart.
Oh, she compliments me on my moves. Alright, that's good. Fuck is a Scorpio? You don't know about
It is done.
zodiac signs, star signs? Draws a card. I like draw. I want card draw. Let's put it on the magic wand. I want to just be drawing cards all the time. Can you go infinite in this game? I'm gonna guess yes. So far, how does this compare to Spire 2? Very different kind of game. This feels like a more relaxing game that you can just chill out and play, whereas Slay the Spire 2 really wants you to have a horrible fucking time. So they're completely different. If you don't know about star signs, you can look it up right now and find out what your star sign is. Basically, the month that you were born, corresponds to what people think. It says something about your personality. It's kind of like, have you heard of people who think that certain blood types have certain types of personality? It's that sort of thing. And you can get like a horoscope reading every single day to see like what you should be doing based on this information. And like if one of the planets is in alignment with Earth at the moment, you might be having a better day. It's all bullshit, but it's a kind of a fun sort of romantic sort of bullshit.
Perfection. Okay.
Some people take it way too seriously, but you could say that's the same for everything. It's kind of like Aikin Kokichi. Evolution right at the start? Tome and... do we have this? Holy Wands. Deal 160 damage, prioritize attackers. Okay, that's not a lot of damage. What? Maybe it scales more than I think it does? Maybe if you get, like, you can't put another buff on it, though, unfortunately. Let's draw. Never mind, it slaps.
Channel my magic.
Garlic. Oh, yeah, garlic into holy one. Wow, okay, it scales higher than I thought it was. Okay, I think I want another card draw. Is he addicted yet? Honestly, I don't think so, but we'll see. Well, what's spicy damage? Spicy garlic, that makes sense to me. What the fuck is 10 spicy damage game? More spicy damage. We're doing a spicy build. Okay, is that just adding base damage to it instead of hitting again?
Yes.
So right now we got an evolution this time from an orb thing that was floating in that was in the world, but the time before that we got an evolution from a chest, right? So you can get evolutions from different places. I should have took the spinach shit. More mana. Oh wow, that's good. Okay, what is spicy damage? Naja sausage deals hot damage to enemies. Naja has a hot sausage? Holy shit.
Made you look.
Title of today's VOD is going to be Naja's hot sausage. I shouldn't have eaten the
Powering up.
chicken wing. I should have just left it after I knocked it. Fine.
Okay, I helped.
Okay, so I feel like it takes a little bit too long for combat to resolve once you're done. I would like to keep on playing. Like right now with everything, like all these updates and things, I'd like it to be smoother. Wonder if you can make it go faster.
Our power grows.
Our power grows. Hollow Heart. You can oh my god, I didn't realize you could combo them. Oh shit. I've been losing so much health. So much health has been left on the table. Hey, Life is Strange guy. Good luck on Vampire Crawlers. Thank you very much, Northstrack. I'm doing my best. We're doing some crawling. This is a treat. We're playing Sifu next week. What's spicy damage?
Smart. Perfection.
Perfection? Wow, okay, Chandler.
Powering up.
Holy Wand. Whoa, why did it lag? Oh, we missed out on some spicy damage. Shit.
It is done.
Destroy on use, draw one card, temporary. This card will disappear at the end of this encounter. It's a curse. Can you combo it?
Channel my magic.
Wow. Okay. Returns to hand after playing, draws a card, increases might stat. Returns to hand after playing. Okay, what do we want to give that returns to hand after playing? We can't put it on yellow ones. We can put it on light tome though, and we can get more mana, and we have a decent amount of card draw now. I think we do that. I think this wrong. No. It is the right one. It is the right one. Yeah. Although putting draw card on the one that gives you mana is always going to be a good combo, right? I wish I could add more gem slots. I would like to be able to get more than one gem on some of the cards. Can I do that? Is that an upgrade that comes later? Fuck. Okay. Attract orb. Are you fucking serious?
Made you look. Yes.
Message deleted. Oh, you got nuked. You got nuked.
I say.
I'm sorry you got nuked.
It is
Better.
done.
The mods here are out of control, by the way. I've tried so desperately, like, stop banning people, stop timing them out, and the mods are like, no, we'll do what we want. It's been a real problem. How do you balance exploration with RPG mechanics? Like a player going to a high-level area should it be beatable for him? And if so, should he get the full experience? That risks making him over-level for the proper content. Very difficult problem to solve. You can go and see my run of Expedition 33 to see how I handled that with the Grace and Finesse live on stream. I don't know how to solve this problem. I do think that it's going to depend on the game and how it goes. I do think there is value in having some areas where it's like, no, you can't go here yet. I think that has its place in games. I also think there's value in having a game system that's like you can go wherever you want and you can have a harder time and you can out-level yourself of the content if you choose to do that. It's up to you. But it depends. Like, I don't know. Oh man, I really want to have a 0 to do this so we get better shit. But he'll come around again.
Made you look. I say.
Okay, magic. Craft.
Okay, I helped.
Shit. Okay, so I want to purposefully fuck this up now. So I go armor. So I go back down to a 0, and then I go here to get 30% XP growth now. And is that forever or is it just for this round? And then I holy wand. Sprig? Sprig is good. I enjoy a Sprig. Why did the crown come back and get destroyed? Is that because it was comboed with it got destroyed at the end of the turn? Is there a way to get cards back from this turn by turn discard pile? Maybe I don't understand why that was there, but that's okay. Draw a card. King Bible. Light Tome. Light Tome. Currently playing Pragmata with the JP voices, and I thought Diana sounded really familiar. Turns out she's the Ayaya girl. Is she really? Doesn't PoE solve this problem technically? What do you mean? With grinding and stuff? PoE has areas you just cannot get to at the beginning. Path of Exile is just like you will just go in and just instantly die. Ayaya, ayaya.
Our power grows.
Okay, Clover adds 10% luck. More health. Draw a card. I feel like I just want to keep drawing cards. Okay, more nausea. Okay, evolution. I feel like evolutions are probably always worth it. Sprig. Okay, last time we didn't use a Sprig. Last time we just used a normal spinach. So does that mean it's more powerful with the Sprig? Or does it mean it's a stand-in? It just needs to be a yellow that increases power. I'm curious how this works. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Hellfire's here. Let's do this. Garlic. Spicy damage, knockback. Let's do King Bud. Spicy damage is going out. In endgame, master majority of problems with overleveling come from the idea that you need to see all the content, but Pathfinder makes the content replaceable as the goal is to get stronger. The earlier you make relatively stronger content, the earlier you can splash the market. The best RPG world system would be encouraging players to do the hardest content they can and letting them decide when to make the easy, strong, story, non-generic content harder. Yeah, Path of Exile is a good system for helping you do stuff like that, but the question was specifically like, should you be able to do all the content right at the start? Should there even be content that you can't do? So this is making a good system in place where there is content that is very difficult that you can't do right at the start, and it's rewarding once you finally get there. But the other side of that is that should you be able to do all the content right from the beginning? I think that inherently speaking, that RPG games are probably not really RPG games if you could skill your way through everything. So there's a disconnect there. RPG games should have some sort of system in place where like you have to make your characters get stronger, not you get better. But I do like it when RPG games have some amount of skill, skill systems. But it is frustrating when you push up against that, which is like in Expedition 33. That's why Expedition 33 is in a way one of the worst turn-based systems, turn-based RPGs that there is, because if you want to, you can just sit there and just parry everything. And we did, and we were really, really bored. And the game just let me do that. So I would say there's a flaw in that game in that it should just let you do stacking damage every single time you get a parry, or enemies should have like an enrage timer if you don't beat them fast enough, so your damage output has to be there. But to me, it's also one of the best turn-based RPG systems I've played because I like having something to do. I don't like that it's just stat based, so it's kind of cursed. Just, I'm never happy, I guess. I don't know. Let's go to Oli. He's dead. He loves Expedition 33. I loved it right at the start. I've always loved Expedition 33. Oh, shit. X. Hellfire. E. Yeah. Hellfire. Dead. Yeah, but did you love it the correct way? But can you spell the word love? Yeah. In this fun game?
Okay, I helped.
Ranking chicken.
To your aid.
Oh, let's get another sprig. Oh, maybe a duplicator would have been better there. We don't have a lot of duplication.
Made
Shit.
you look. Powering up.
That took the combo. Interesting. Wow, that was a lot. Fevezel actually does have that system. You have to grind the Atlas horizontally but vertically. A good character, usually a second character, can enter top tier content and finish the campaign. No, it can't. What are you talking about? You can't go to what? You can't go straight to fucking like red maps and Ubers right out of the fresh out of the campaign. Are you buying gear? What? Is Poe changed?
Yes.
Oh, what should I do here? Should I draw? Let's do Hellfire. They had async trade now. Buying gear is easier than buying dimes. Oh, if you're buying gear, then yeah, you can skip over everything. Yeah, sorry. I'm pretty solo self-found, by the way, build when it comes to Path of Exile. I don't like buying gear. I like to find it myself. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we don't have a 0, so we can't get the combo started here. That's kind of lame. Oh, wait, what? I don't think that applies to the conversation that we're having, though, considering it's all about, like, accessing content. If the way that you're accessing content sooner rather than later is by having another character that is accessing it for you and giving you gear, or you're just buying your way forward, like, I don't know. Path of Exile, I don't think is applicable here, because it's multiplayer. You can be carried if you want. Someone can carry you through it. The fact that you can buy gear through resources, but you still have to grind earlier stuff. Like, getting the resources and earlier stuff in order to you're just grinding lower stuff. That's just another way of getting power. I don't think that applies. Sorry. I feel like we're having a different conversation. Okay, so it's coming back, and then we do that, and then we do, okay. Crown. I want a crown. Ooh, that was actually a pretty tough decision, because getting the mana card on the right would have been really, really good. All right, do we want to add another return to a card that we have? What cards do we have? Can I hit a button to show cards that don't have gems for them? We could return Sprig of Spinach to get more damage. We could return Axe. It's just these ones. No, I don't like the return here. ×2 hits twice as hard. Let's do a ×2 damage on Axe. This is the first Poe League where I gave up on trying to get gear by myself and just buy it, and I've gone further than I ever had. Oh yeah, because there's people that are way better than you will play the game, and they will, like, I know this is really demoralizing if you're a beginner at Path of Exile, but it's true. There are people who play Path of Exile that have it down so efficiently that I'm not kidding. They will do a group with Magic Find gear and everything like that of 4 people, and they will do and map that is juiced to hell, and in that one map, they will earn more currency, more loot, everything than you will in the whole entire time that you play the whole entire league, even if you play for like 300 hours. Like the amount of like there'll be stuff that would be like treasure to you that would like change your whole entire stuff that you could sell that they probably won't even pick up. Okay, like it is crazy how the top tier players will do in that game. Like it's fucking bonkers. And it's kind of cool. But yeah, but to them that's not worth a lot of money, so they'll sell it for cheap, especially as the league goes on. Or is stuff cheap? Stuff is cheaper at the beginning when people don't have any currency, and then it gets expensive as people get currency, and then toward the end people start selling for cheap again, right? Isn't that how it works? I don't know. There was a couple leagues where I did fuck around with buying some stuff on the in trade. Back when you had to like go to people's hideouts and go into their fucking their DMs and hope that they answer and actually you're there to give them a trade. It's so fucking annoying. Let's do Sprig first.
Smart.
Amount of time it needs to set up actually makes those strats not optimal as a playing solo. Oh yeah, for sure. These are people that, you know, learning how to do this would take you a long time too.
Okay,
but the game has been so, it's not, I wouldn't say that Poe is a solved game, but it's definitely oh, that didn't give us extra mana cards. Will it now? No, it didn't. Because it would be a 0, yeah. It's not a solved game, but it's close to a solved game, if that makes sense. Almost Christmas means... Oh, so when your parry slot lets you access content early because you have good Twitch regulars, it's peak. But when my game lets me skip content based on my superior mercantile skills, it suddenly doesn't count. Okay, Joe. Well, it counts. It just doesn't count for the conversation that we're having. For the original question. So will this become plus 20 damage all the time? I think we probably want that. Straw. Straw again. Light. Light. Garlic. Clover for luck. Another magic wand. Another axe. I like the yellow cards. That's a lot. Why do we want luck? I don't understand if this just keeps going.
Our power grows. Perfection.
And then here, and then draw, and then I was hoping for the mana card. Okay, draw card. 31. Spicy damage. Spicy damage is paying off. How would an Expedition 33 video turn out? I don't know. I would like to make it and then just never read the comments.
Yes.
Expedition 33 is a very interesting game. Ground for sure. Want more XP. Chat, do you get something for leveling up? Or is it just an access to a card? Like, when I level up, does the character gain stats or something and I'm not seeing it, or what? I'm actually asking. Just the card and rarely gems, I think? Okay. Aren't gems how you level up?
Powering up.
If I made a video on Expedition 33, would it be worth it to do a playthrough where I try to see if it's possible to beat it without ever engaging with the parry and dodge mechanics? Or would that be like superfluous? That's not a good use of time. I don't know. Sounds tedious and boring. A lot of the work that goes in the video is tedious and boring. I'm not talking about like, of course it's gonna be tedious and boring for me. I'm asking, would it be worth it in the context of the video itself? We need more card draw, like base card draw. Well, what role would serve in the video? To see if it's possible to beat the game without engaging with that system, and also to test where I think it says on normal mode when you pick the difficulty, it says that you don't have to parry, and I wonder if that's true or not. Because some people criticize the game for forcing you into that role, and I'd be curious to see if it actually is something you have to do. Let's Clover.
It is done.
Let's Empty Tomb. Wow, why did the cards go away there? Oh, because the combo collapsed. Can I cancel the combo and try again? Shit, I shouldn't have done that. love. Yeah, nice. Okay. Oh, we're taking damage because we did that though. Shit. That's fine. Okay. Empty. Yeah, empty. King Bible and then luck. Yeah, this just keeps going up. Wow. If you get a good card early on, you can stack this up pretty fast. Okay. So you're constrained by the snowballing you can do based on the fact that there's only five floors to every one. I wonder if they're like jumbo levels that you can keep going. Oh wow, another crown. Cool. Yeah, because like right now this is like really good to get, but like is leveling even that good in this game, I wonder. Alright, so it's armor and then go, holy ones. And then I could attract orb into light tome and then not play it. Let's Scarlet. I guess the question is, how much do you value ignoring something, how something is meant to be played, and how much do you blame the game for your struggles when you deliberately play it wrong? What do you mean? I don't think ignoring the parry mechanic is deliberately playing it wrong. I think it says on the difficulty select screen, I might be wrong by this, by the way, maybe the wording is differently. I think it says you don't have to engage with that if you don't want to, or you have to just use it sometimes. I'm curious to see if that's even possible. So not using it at all would be a way of being like, okay, let's test this hypothesis and see, is it actually possible to beat it? Because if I can beat it without using it at all, then obviously you can beat it by only using it sparingly. I did it for Lies of P, where I did a whole playthrough where I did nothing but parrying. I did another playthrough where I did nothing but dodging. I didn't parry at all, unless the game forced me to parry. Like putting you in a room, locking you in a position where you have to take a red attack and you have to parry it, that sort of thing. And I feel like that was a pretty good observation to have in the video. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yes.
Sometimes I do things in games that are not worth it. Whereas playing through all of Witcher 3 with the starting weapon with no armor, I think was worth it to show how stupid the gear system is in that game.
Okay,
Excuse me.
I helped.
Magic wands. Okay, I think I want to King Bible into Holy Wand here. I think that will do more. Oh, wow, you're actually... What's 120? What does that mean? What does that mean? I really just like the disparity between dodges and parries in Expedition 3. The fact that dodges have literally zero value to you, if you can slight parry things is ridiculous. Well, the dodging is basically learning. Dodging is training wheels to parry. So what it is that if you're going against a fight and you don't have the parry timing down yet, you hit the dodge as a more generous window to feel out where the window is to get it right, because I think the timing of a perfect dodge is the same as a parry, isn't it? You can get an imperfect, I can't remember now. I think there's an imperfect dodge and there's a perfect dodge. And if you get a perfect dodge, that's the time of the parry. But if you're missing the perfect dodge, you can still get a partial dodge off and you can fish out where that timing is with the dodge and then switch over to the parry. My problem with that is that I'd rather just go to the hard mode and learn it, because there's a certain sense of like hitting the button doesn't feel the same way when it comes to the dodging and the parry. There was something about it that there was like a tactile response to it that I didn't really mesh with. But if someone doesn't have that problem, then I think it's a pretty good system for learning.
Channel my magic.
Duplicator or Hollow Heart? Let's go Hollow Heart.
Perfection.
Okay, he's dead. Okay. What does that mean? That floor means therapy. What does that mean? Alright, do we want return? Return on Clover might be good. Getting the luck buff up and up and up and up with 2. That might be fun. Deal spicy damage. You can't put spicy damage on a Clover, surely. I mean, I guess you can, because that's the only open I have, and it's letting me take it. Huh, let's do return. Oh my god, the paragraphs. Moving dodges parries is a negative effect. The player optimizes damage instead of defense health, and often he ends up with the glass cannon builds, meaning the gameplay more frustrating when fighting hard enemies to parry dodge. Without using these mechanics, you can focus on defense health. You can actually tank, you can optimize around it and healing. Maybe because it's a totally different game worth experiencing if someone's making a video. But yeah, that's another part of it too. Sorry, like there's a lot of thoughts flowing around my head. Like it's not just about can you do it. It's also how does that change the game? Because if you're not getting a bunch of parry juice for AP and stuff like that, and you're doing it on turn based, now you have to change how you play the game. Is it more about leveling up now? Like another thing to do would be like, can I beat the game without leveling up at all and I just use pick those? Or can I beat the game without using pick those and just leveling up? There's all these different things. I'm not saying these are good ways of playing the game and they're going to be valuable for like, hey, you should play the game this way. I feel like it's just really good to test the mechanics and systems to see like what comes out of the game when you try and impose those limitations on yourself. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and it might be like it's horrible to play this way. And now I know that the Picto system is like it's just completely integral to the game, and it would be a lot lesser without it. And now I can talk about that a little bit more with evidence backing you up, that sort of thing. But I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, this was the end. Okay, I'm not sure if it's worth it. Have you seen No Clip 5-parter on an old Zam crew? I haven't. No. My problem with the parry dodge system is not whether or not you want to engage with it or not, it's that you are basically forced to because you still see the animations and there's no advantage to not trying. There wouldn't be a problem if parrying and dodging was more varied. As it stands, I was bored halfway into the game. Huh, okay. You do have to see all the animations. Yeah, I didn't think that's another thing. Yeah, let's say I hadn't had this conversation and I hadn't played the game in that way. I wouldn't have felt that frustration being like, this is similar to the way I say, if you really want to test hitboxes in a game and you really want to test if something is fair, you need to play on the glass cannon builds and be like, I need to go down to like 1 hit kills me or 2 hits kill me or whatever like that. Because if there's a lot of chip damage in a game that that is unavoidable, your brain is just like, who gives a shit? Or if you make yourself really, really tanky and you can take so many of those unavoidable hits, you're just like, you don't feel it. Whereas if you die in 1 hit, like, oh my god, if there's a bad hitbox, that attack is like you're dreading it every single time it comes out. You don't know how to handle it. You're getting more and more frustrated. And you're like, this sucks. This attack specifically is like ruining a lot of the fight right now. And then you can have to take a step back from that and be like, okay, but you know, you are playing a glass cannon build, and how often does the enemy do it, blah 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 blah, and maybe it's not a big deal, it's just a blemish on the fight instead. So yeah, if I hadn't done that or had this conversation, maybe it wouldn't occur to me that if you don't engage with that system, like yeah, you have a lot of dead time where you're just staring at animation play that you're not even engaging with. You just have to see the characters just get hit over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. X-Men 3 would have been better if healing items had been baguettes, and how much it healed was based on how long the baguette was. That's true, yeah, and also like a random picto that makes you gluten intolerant, so you can't eat anymore. Okay, Mad Forest, defeat the Mantichana in Mad Forest. Okay, that's what we just did. Play King Bible cards 99 times. We got Bracer unlocked. Copy Gem. Play 1,000 cards. All right, so what did we unlock here? Let's go back. We just using a lot. Is it really? Shit, my bad. All right, so we unlocked nothing here. There's nothing new. Huh. We got a decent amount of money though. Oh, so close to the XP one. Add 2 amount when Gennaro is played. Okay. Deal 60 damage when a red card is played. It's very front-loaded damage. Holy shit. Okay, so this is better if you have... This is better for going along, because a 10% increase might eventually become more than 60. But this is really good right at the start. That's actually how this character is in Vampire Survivors too. Very front-loaded when it comes to damage, but falls off later if you don't go very long. Alright, so this is a dagger build. This is a whip build. This is the magic wand build. Okay, so this is lots and lots of daggers. And what's the starting? Armor and spinach. Wait, what? Who's down here? Unlocks Pasqualana. Reach level 20 with Imelda Bellapiece in Inlaid Library. Oh, you have to take a character to a specific place. Oh, that unlocks Arca. That character looks cool. Okay. What if you connected 2 controllers to the game and then there was a dog in charge of dodging and parrying? That might be fun. A little bit of a gambling slop in your game? Sure. Funny that Path of Exile 2 is meant to have more action rather than automation combat than Path of Exile 1, yet no one uses parry type mechanics in Path of Exile 2 due to outscaling content so fast. Path of Exile 2 has a soon ending league that gave so much more currency than Po 1 ever did, that mirrors were 10k divs 10x more than Poe 1 right now. That requires inhumanly fast grinding. Even hardcore players are mostly unkillable just by stats. I think Path of Exile 2 shows that how difficult it is to design that sort of game when you have a better version just sitting there, and also that maybe even the Path of Exile devs don't understand the game that they made anymore, which makes sense because like Path of Exile 1 is a game that's so complicated that you could probably teach whole entire university courses around it and still not understand all at the end. Like it is stupidly complex. There's so much there, and also a lot of the notation about it is incorrect. Like you can't even trust the tooltips and shit on that game either. Yeah, it's a very interesting game to me. I love it, but it's also kind of shit. It feels awful to play very often. Path of Exile 2 seemed to be trying to make it better to play, and they failed, I think, with marrying it to itemization. I don't know, but I haven't played Path of Exile 2 since it first came out, and I haven't played Path of Exile 1 League in ages now, so I don't really know. I think I tried most recent League. I played it for, like, I got to maps and I just bounced off. I'm just kind of tired of it. I don't know. Anyway, I think we're done, chat. I don't think we need to do any more. I'm enjoying the game, but I gotta be honest, it hasn't grabbed me. I don't want to play it anymore. I don't know. I feel like maybe I got unlucky with not getting into like a cracked build really early on. I don't know. I'm not really enjoying it all that much. One more bridge. I can't even do the bridge. I'm not strong enough to go to the bridge. I think I need to do more upgrades and stuff somewhere else. I will give it another session. I'm not going to stream it. I will give it another session and see how it goes. I'm not sure when, but I'm not going to like give up on the game forever and ever gave in. But I think I will. I think I won't stream it again. And I won't play it anytime soon. I'm not sure. Like yeah, I think I'd rather be just in the mood for more of an action game. We should have played Sifu instead. I'm not sure. Yeah. Steam Deck maybe? Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of a background game. If you ever want to do a Q&A again, it's good to put on the background and we can just go around. There's enough here. I feel like there's definitely more complexity here in decision making than in Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is definitely a turn your brain off sort of game as you're moving around. With this, my brain is like only like maybe my brain is only like 10% active when it comes to Vampire Survivors, and with Crawlers maybe it's like, I don't know, 30% active, so it's a little bit up there. But yeah, obviously I only use 50% of my brain anytime. So was there any comments about Expedition 3 that I missed I can answer real quick, or what? Anyway, so I'll be back tomorrow with Pathologic 2. I might put chat down tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But again, just to reiterate, chat during the games is kind of annoying, but we already are trying some more moderation when it comes to that sort of thing. But that's not really the biggest problem I've been having lately, or even the most significant problem. The most significant problem is that, I'm saying I'm really enjoying the game very often, and then I'm seeing comments after the fact being like, he hates the game, and it's really irritating. And it's not just about Pathologic, it's been about like metaphor and stuff too. But I think the problem is on me. I think I just need to ignore it. I don't know. I think I need to distance myself from chat a little bit. I think today was good. I just don't know how to do that. Everyone says he hates or he loves. This isn't a bit. Oh, sorry, yawning. Oh no. Oh. Imagine Chaz, little guys living in your computer. Oh, go get the baseball bat. Suddenly I feel like baseball bat is stronger than knife. Nice. Does this OST remind you of Crosscode? Sounds pretty familiar. I don't remember the OST from Crosscode all that much, sorry. The Crosscode music didn't stick with me all that much. I don't know. I remember it being kind of like EDM, and I'm not really a big fan of EDM. Sometimes it can be good, but I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Crosscode isn't EDM. Maybe it's something else instead. I can barely remember it. Crosscode's is it the main menu music that has like a water droplet after you hit a button or something? I like that one. That's kind of tranquil and nice. But I don't know about like the combat music in Crosscode. I can't remember it. There was a really good part. I think maybe there's a boss fight. The last boss battle has some good music, and there's a really hype moment when you are smashing through walls that I think had good music. That was like, holy shit. I should give it a listen. I'm not sure. When do you think of doing Greatest Train Revolt? We're gonna start it on. So in case you missed it earlier, we are going to be doing Sifu into Neon White into Stellar Blade for the rest of the month, and then we're going to be starting Greatest Strain Resolve on the 26th. So quite an extended break. I wanted to do it sooner than that, but this is the person who really wanted us to play it and made emotes and everything for it. Errol is not going to be here for it, and it'd be nice if they were here for the start. So I don't know why, but we're going along with it. And it feels nice too. Make a game that shows Chatter's avatar on stream with chat message bubble and you smack them in 2v fighting game style. Someone said something like if you had a visual representation of yourself on stream, people would be nicer to you, whether it's actually a face cam or a VTuber, and I do not think that is true at all. I don't. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think people are nicer to you if they could see you and you exist more. I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think so, man. Maybe it would be maybe it would work for a little while and then people would get used to it and then they would yeah, I think with a VTuber it might end up being people are more hateful toward you, but if it's actually your face, maybe people see you more as human. I'm not sure. Hope he's live if you want to do redo the raid. Slice part 2. What do you mean redo the raid? Is that right? Your question, did you like the OST? OST in what? In Crosscode? I barely remember it. In this? Music was okay. You just need to time up more jerks. You can, and mods can now, yeah. So feel free to time up more jerks, and we can always just like undo it afterwards. We're gonna be experimenting with that for a while. I think we spoke about it like, was it the beginning of this week or was it last week? I can't remember. So we'll do that. But I don't know. I don't think I get one guide. People say that. I don't think I do. Usually when, like sometimes, obviously, I'm going to respond to someone because I can't respond to multiple people at once. Sometimes I try to, but like when I'm responding to one person, usually it's multiple people saying that at the same time. So I don't know. Usually the one guy is representing a bunch of other people. Like the Expedition 33 Cliff conversation, that was not a one guy. That was like a huge portion of chat. And I don't think Pathologic 2 was a one guy moment either. That was quite a bit of people were pushing back against stuff. But anyway, raid's going through. See you tomorrow for Pathologic 2, and also Road to Empress with Walrus. And next week it is Sifu on Tuesday. Woo. Chat didn't need mods before. What happened? It's not really about that. It's some people in chat are saying that chat is ruining the experience for chat. It could help me too, don't get me wrong, but this is mostly coming from a place of chat itself is saying that chat is annoying chat, so chat wants more moderation so chat can enjoy chat more. Anyway, see you later. Have a good weekend.